gelato, my motto, roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham, this ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am, burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey, we gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? But we got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
Night 2-4 hours up in the day, I gotta make it right. 18 of those, I'm in the cave, I gotta make some light, make it hype, even if we break a night. And even if things go left, we gotta make them right. Chillin' with mine, we triple up, they on the double up, triple dub. Came from the basement, we only going up, they loving us. Up in the booth, I'm getting dizzy, but they the cup is up. Toast to my people that's wanna come up and you live with us. Ain't all about the trigger bus. Looking at my watch, your spirit bomb, both hands is going up. You going coast to coast with us. See the flows is flowing, overflowing, yeah, the cup it runneth over. Tidal wave up in the ocean.
We gon' turn the crib into a club like Hennessy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plug, right? But we got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another stream. Hope you boys are having a wonderful, beautiful day. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back, boys. Welcome back. Sorry for such a long delay, dude, but we are back in the duels for the day. And let me get the music up and running immediately, dude. There's no point of waiting. Sorry, boys. I really do apologize. I tried to get this video up and running as soon as I could, and the upload was taking literally a year. I don't know what was going on. I have actually no idea what was going on, dude. I have no idea. I tried to get this video up and running. First I was like, okay, it's gonna take a bit to render. It's not a short video or shorter video. I was like, okay, well, if I start now, I should have enough time. And then it was just taking a little bit to render, but that's not really the slowdown happened. It's mostly was in the upload. And at first the upload was like, it's gonna take a bit of time. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll delay the stream by 5 minutes. And I'm waiting. And it tells me it's gonna be longer. So I delay the stream by 5 more minutes. And then it's about to finish. And it just hangs there. So then I had to delay it by 5 minutes. I don't want to be doing too many delays, but here we are, boys, for the 5v5 1v1 duels over on the NA. If you guys want to join in, let me pop into the chat how to join any of the 5v5 1v1 groups over to the NA, boys. Let me pin it. Let's see if we got, if any at all, NA groups, dude. Do we have the Night King? Do we have Chicago? Do we have the boys on today, dude? Because EU duels yesterday, we did a bunch of them. I didn't even realize there's so many duels we had yesterday. We were rapid firing them back to back to back to back, dude. It was actually kind of nuts. Actually kind of ridiculous just how many we had. And let's see, who do we got? Hopping on the character to spectate the duels, the Demon Hunter. Not the Demon Hunter I'll play. Speaking about Demon Hunter, I gotta get my Demon Hunter, bro. What's up, Chicago? How you doing, fam? Hope you have a good one. Noko, how you doing, fam? Hope y'all having a good one. Boys, you guys ready for some 5v5 duels? You guys ready for some good old dueling fun? I'm ready, dude. EU, we had like 12 or some duels over with EU, dude. Or 10? I feel almost want to say it's just 12 of them. 12 separate duels, because they were really quick. Like, none of them really went super long. And I guess it's part of, like, Blizzard trying to, again, make the games more deadly. Nobody really lived super high. What's up, Chris? How you doing, my man? I haven't seen you in a while, my guy. Hope you're doing good, by the way, my dude. Alrighty, boys. Let's see if we got any groups over on the NA. We actually got a chance to play, man. Actually got a chance to play some games. Get some duels up and running. It was very fast. Yeah, they were really, really quick. Especially that one that I uploaded this morning, like the fastest duel. It was literally over in 6 minutes. Barely dampening even started. Man, moving for plays makes you back. I hate moving. What's up, Jordan? My man, I know how you feel, dude. I know how you feel. I recently had to move to the place where I'm at now. Well, actually not recently, I guess. Maybe like a year ago, but I still remember, dude, the worst part of moving is, especially if you have a garage, and especially if you were like me, who just kind of putting a bunch of like boxes, like anything you can get from like Amazon or whatever. You just kind of like, I'm gonna recycle this later. I'm gonna just put the boxes for now in the garage, and then you just realize that after like 5 to 6 years of living in a place, just how much crap you really put in the garage, right? And it's like, man, that's a 5 to 6 years worth of stuff that you either gotta pack away or just toss, and it's just a lot of work, dude. It's a ridiculous amount of work, and it's actually insane. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, my dude. Hope you're doing well myself. Been busy and maybe been moving, dude. Everybody's moving, huh? Everybody got to do the move at some point, huh? Interesting. Well, hopefully you guys' moves are not the worst possible. International movement is very annoying. Oh yeah, like if you're going from one country to another, I can imagine that too. I mean, I think it's very similar to like US if you move from state to state, because like if let's say you're European or whatever, unless you're literally flying, that's a different story. But if you're like you're in Europe and you can like drive from one country to another, that can still be annoying. Not gonna lie, I have too many things that are doing in one, but I can't resist collecting. At some point, man, hey, you know, when I was moving, I decided, you know what? I just gotta clean myself out right now. I gotta empty the load. Stuff that's very important, necessary, stuff that's mandatory, keep. Anything that's frivolous, anything that I might want, but you know what? I just know that I'm not gonna really get much use out of. You have to at some point get rid of it, in my opinion. You have to, and then just living light is probably the best way of going about it. And then since then, I've been trying to live as light as I can in terms of like the stuff that I own. Just it's you never know when you have to uproot yourself, but if you don't have a lot of stuff to move, at least like, you know, at least there's that. Until I find like a home, until I have a home of my own, and then I would really want to like settle down and just gotta chill. Yo, do we need to get the boys in here, dude? Do we need to get the boys in here, the champs in here, dude? Do we need to get the boys in? Maybe. What we got groups up and running with, by the way? I thought Flexing was trying to put a group together. Custom. Wait, what? Strict in Corsair rares one more off? Oh, okay. Flexing got 2 in there, dude. Let's go, dude. Let's go. Chicago, how many do we got, my man? How many do we got? Because we can get some NA duels up and running easily, my guys. Easily, dude. Keep it up, bro. First time I pass here, definitely not the last. Yo, thank you so much for coming by, Jordan. Appreciate you, my dude. Appreciate you, my guy. Yeah, hopefully we can actually get some NA duels today, man. Because AU duels were fantastic yesterday. I probably should have, I need to do a better job of getting the stream up and running, at least scheduled, earlier. I need to do a lot better of a job with that, dude. And also a better job with the vids, because I didn't like having to delay my stream, man. I love these streams. We have me +1. Okay, that's a start. That's a start. We just got to get a couple more boys in here and we'll be good to go. I'm going to see if I can tag the champs in here. Champions. NA duels, boys. Need groups. Let's see if we can tag them. See if we can maybe get some backup, some assistance. You know what I mean? But yeah, once we get some groups up and running, we'll be good to go, boys. Once we get some groups up and running, we'll be chilling. Oh, you know, Chicago, they're all dead. True. True, dude. Oh, man. I remember what was it last week? Chicago, and it was also that other F2 guy you got, the enhancement shaman. Dude, these two just blasting it. You know what I mean? I grew up. What's up, man? How do you do, my man? If you guys want to join a group of 5V5 1v1 DUELS, all you have to go is player versus player. Go to play, open up LFG tool, I guess. Navigate to player versus player, premium group, custom PvP, find the group top number 5 at the top of the filter search, enter, and you should be good to go. We got one for the Horde side with Flexibites. Flexibites? Flexing on a Feral Druid? Is that what we got going on? Is he convoking people? Does he got a convoke Lego too? My man, that's gonna hurt. But we got Flexibites over here, flexing on a Druid. Looking for a group of boys over on the Horde side. And then we got Chicago over on the Alliance. Why is supporting not available in my region? I have no idea, Jordan. I have no clue, my dude. We got links for support stuff, like supporting the content, supporting the channel down below. But even if you can, man, I'm just glad you're watching the stream. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Don't worry too much about it. You know what I mean? Don't worry too much about it. It's just YouTube. I guess it just like maybe it has certain settings in certain regions. I don't know why, but it does. But yeah, my man, I appreciate you just even expressing one support. That's all I even need, man. Yo, let me go and put a back piece for this thing. I got this back piece, which fits the smog so much better, dude. I was actually thinking of rocking that on my rogue for a bit. This back piece with this set, maybe like change the mask a little bit, because I like the masks that show the eyes but cover the mouth. Although this mask does look pretty dope, honestly. Really cool set overall. Very much like it. Looks pretty good on Demon Hunt. Maybe I'll have my DH rocking it, because the arm bands look awesome, like the spiky bits on the arms, the wrists. Oh, that looks good, man. The boots too. The boots are a little funny looking, but either way they're pretty good. But yeah, as soon as we get some groups, boys, we'll be able to get some duels up and running over on the NA. I guess the worst to worst, if we can't, I don't really want to give NA an opportunity, we could try some duels on EU if we just can't get any boys on NA at all. Your set looks great. It looks fantastic, dude. It looks fantastic. Oh, that's a pretty different song for NCS. I don't think I've ever heard this one before. Really? What song is that? Oh. I actually want to peep this song. This doesn't sound that bad. I don't know if it's a duels mix, but it's a decent song just to kind of chill to. It's actually just kind of chill. I like it. But yeah, boys, if you guys want to join any of the groups for 5v5 1s, all you have to do is player versus player, premium group, custom PvP, find a group top number 5, enter in the search. And there'll be groups for flexing as well as Chicago. And if you guys for some reason don't see a group available for you, today's groups are over on the NA. But if for some reason you don't see a group available, you can always go and just hit start group, call it something like 5v5 1 Duels Dalaran, and that's it, boys. And then you are in. Oh, I know this song. I like that other one. I like that other one. Hold on, can I skip this song? Like, that song is I, but I think I heard it way too many times, dude. Way too many times. I was also thinking maybe swapping out my Demon Hunter for Venthier. I saw that the Sims for new Lego look actually kind of good. We are 4 out of 5. Perfect, Chicago. We just did a one more, man. And we need a second group, either one on Alliance or one on the Horde. If really many people join, I'll get my rec from 220 item level. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what item level you guys want to play. Sub-Dom or Sub-Dollar, my man. I do have to. How you doing, my dude? Try to get some NA duels up and running, but if worse or worse, we might just hop over on the EU. Maybe get some boys in there, some gameplay as well. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to easily set up 2 groups with the help of you, my man. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll try to see if we can get an NA boys a good old chance, dude. A good old try. Chicago got a 4 out of 5, so we just did one more. It's a 5-man ready, and then we need a second group of 5, and then we're good to go, dude. And then we will be set, boys. But it's somebody like Night King or Seamark or somebody to log on. I wonder if we could get a second group on NA on Alliance actually. Second group for an NA Alliance could be pretty fun. Flexi though is still trying to make a group, so if you guys want to join the Horde side, Flexi got a what? 5. Flexi got 2 people in this group. Needs 3 more, and we'll be good to go, boys. We need a Nightfall world as a background. We need a Nightfall world as the background. You want me to chill in the Nightfall zones? So we can do that. What do you think of Fury Warrior? I gotta play mine a little bit, dude. It's been a bit since I actually tried the new talents for PvP for mine, but I really want to play Fury Warrior for a bit. I think that'd be kind of fun. That's weird. EU has like 5 groups yesterday, and they struggles to get 1 group. Yeah, dude, it's weird, but it's also my fault partially. Like, I didn't have the stream. I should have had the stream scheduled like a long while ago. And also, if I wasn't late to the upload for the video, and then late to the stream myself, I'm sure we'll have groups in a moment. And they sometimes, usually we get some groups in after like 30 minutes of wait, and then usually we get some groups up and running. And once you have 2 groups rolling, that's it. You got duels. And you got back-to-back duels that people are spamming. You know what I mean? But yeah, I gotta give Fury Warrior a try, dude. I haven't actually got to play mine too much. I did mess around with BGs a little bit, but I really do want to just dive into some battlegrounds, just have a blast with it, really just go all out, just see how much damage I can do. Just sit on a healer, and you use the new Slaughterhouse ability, or the talent. Just gotta just pressure a healer just into the ground. I still can do that. We need Undercity background. The Undercity background, dude. Okay. Well, maybe next time. You know what I mean? Maybe next time. You know what I mean? Let's just go to the Night Fae first, dude. 5v5 flexing. Let's go, dude. We just did 1 more on Team Alliance and Team Horde, and we got ourselves a group up and running, boys. Yeah, you guys got some friends, got some guildies who want to join the duels? Let them know. Invite. And we'll be good to go, boy. Yo, can you actually get on top of these trees? Can you actually get in the trees? Is that a thing you could do? Can I get inside of the tree? Like inside of the top part? You probably can, right? You probably can. Dude, this trees look so awesome from below, but when you get up close, oh, it's just a wall. Is that the ceiling? I guess the top of the tree makes a ceiling, right? But you can chill here. You can chill in the tree, sorta. Sorta, kinda. Actually, there's one area. Wait, what? Can we go to the island? We should just go hang out on the island. I don't even know what's on there, but that would be the place to hang out for the day, dude. That'd be the place to hang out for the day. We need 1 more, boys, over on the Horde and over on the Alliance. If you want to find a group over, 5v5 Windows over on the NA today. Play versus player, premium group, custom PvP. Find a group in search, type number 5, and you're good to go. Join in, invite your friends, invite your guildies, get everybody in there that's interested in participating in some 5v5 1v1 duels. Those zones are insane. Yeah, they are really good. Like, I really gotta give Blizzard, like Maldraxxus, Bastion, Ardenweald, and Revendreth. All 4 zones are just really pretty. Like, extremely pretty. You know what I mean? Extremely pretty. Yeah, look at this place, dude. Like, look at this. It's just like so chill. You know what I mean? Like every single expansion, I usually like 1 or 2 zones. In Shadowlands, I legit like every single one of the zones. Well, maybe Legion. Actually, in Legion, High Mountain was pretty cool, and I really liked Azuna. No, not Azuna. Stormheim. Azuna, I kind of liked it, but not really. Valshara was pretty cool, but it was just basically a big forest biome. And that's all it was, right? There wasn't much diversity. It's just forest to the left, forest to the right, look behind you forest, over those bushes more forest. And it's just like slightly red forest in one corner, but the rest of it just normal forest. You can represent both cities because of your hard work. What do you mean? Imagine the expansion would bring back the 2 cities that got destroyed in BFA. The beginning of the story could be how you tell Didi Part in Shadowlands. That'd be cool, but I don't really know if that's... I mean, that'd be kind of cool. Like, for the city and Darnassus to return. I would imagine that would be like, you know, the thing that would happen eventually, right? But if people's theory of the Shadowlands and like time moves slowly in Shadowlands is true, then I don't know if we'll actually end up resurrecting these cities. I'm sure it will be it's gonna be like a time travel type of deal where time has passed slowly in Shadowlands, so we didn't age, but the world around us moved really quickly, and it's gonna be like an absolute chaos. Kali and Menethil leading the Forsaken with like the Holy Forsaken. We got Turalian leading the Alliance as like a Zealot of Light. We got the Horde in shambles and ruin as they don't have a leader. It actually kind of sounds like an interesting premise. Chicago with 5 out of 5. We just did 1 more on the Horde side for flexing. And we're good to go, boys. Join flexing, Orvi, and LFG. Call these groups Dalaran, 5v5 1v1 duels, boys. Just do 1 more. And we're good to go, boys. Just got 1 more in there. And we are done. I have a question for you. What's up, lad? We had your man Duels, please. We were trying to get some up and running. Nico, trying to get some up and running, my boy. Alliance Rogue will you go into the city? It'll be Alliance Rogue when you go into the city, really. Yeah, this sounds pretty dope, man. This sounds pretty cool. I love BFA zones the most, I think. BFA zones, like, which one's a BFA that I like, actually? Let's take a close hard look at Battle for Azeroth zones. You know what? I loved Cheerguard. Actually, all of, maybe not so much Stormsong. Cheerguard sound was really nice. I love Borealis, but also really like Drustvar. Huge fan of these two zones for the Alliance. On the Horde side, honestly, I like Zuldazar. I don't really care much for Vol'dun or Nazmir. Like, Nazmir is basically a swamp, dude. I live in North Carolina. We basically got swamps in the backyard. And much nothing. Najasha was cool. Najasha was pretty cool. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Понимаешь русский, понимаешь чуть-чуть. Чуть-чуть поговорю по-русски, чуть-чуть. Разговариваю на русском языке, мои русские люди, русские друзья. Hello, how you doing, my man? Asked me if I understand Russian. I just went on in my communist form, dude. Just assumed form of a communist. Just going on about Stalin. Can you keep the Torghast and Soul Ash consistently? I have a question. Can you keep doing Torghast? Soul Ash, yes. Soul Cinders, no. But Soul Ash, yes. Soul Ash, yes. Join 5V5 1v1 DUELS Gaming. Wait, is this the second one? Bold! My man! Bold is making another group for the Horde! Yo, Bold, join! Bold, join Flexing. He's got one more he needs. Bold, join Flexing. It's worth. Trust, you just need one more. You need 4 more. He needs 1 more. It's perfect. Join his group, Bold. Flexing got a group up and running, my man. Join him. It'll be worth. Do you box? No. Do I like boxing? Like, with gloves and everything? Kickboxing even? Nah, dude. I used to do fencing, though. Fencing, not like, making fences, right? Not like, you know how this bridge has like a tree-rooted fence so people can't, like, walk over? Not a good fence, anyway. But I used to do fencing. It's like the sword, rapier kind of, epi, foil, saber. Not saber as much, but mostly epi and foil. Actually, super fun. It's really, really cool. You got yourself like big old parry. 5v5 group, let's go, boys. Let's go. We got ourselves groups in here. Also, Nexus, I gotta make sure. Flexing, gotta make sure I get the right name. Yo, let's do this. Let's do this, just so I can see your name properly. It's Flex Bites. Flex Bites and Chicago. Yeah, boys, let's go, dude. Let's go, dude. We got some duels up in here, man. Let's go, boys. Let's get the next stream up and running, dude. Let's get another song in there, dude. First duel of the day, dude. Do we got a requeue? Let me know if I need to requeue, because might have been an LFG thing, right? Might have been an LFG thing. I like Chanel Arts. Yo, thank you so much for liking Chanel Arts. Colorful. I'm also glad you didn't spell your name with a U. Colorful. Colorful. Don't get me wrong, Europeans, that's a you know, that's just a common thing, but as a good old American, I don't like that you in there, dude. There's no you in me. Well, there's you and me in the stream. Thank you so much for watching the stream. If you guys watch the stream, hit the like button. Appreciate you. You guys are beautiful. Mwah. Love the content down. What's up, Daniel? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my dude. They're gonna requeue. I'm a requeue. Real quick. Is Bald lead? It instantly declined. Try again. Says request sent. Oh, one of them is dead and can't join. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's why it wasn't working. It. Why he dead? Oh, why he dead? I'm here. What's up, Ball? How you, my man? Do I get a requeue? Okay, hold on. Invite. Are we good now? Yeah. Blades Edge Arena, boys. Let's restart that song. I like it. I actually kind of. Don't give me a quest. Blizzard, why you giving me quests? Switch. We got ourselves quite a bit of variety over in the first game of the NA today, boys. We got ourselves Flex Bites, flexing on that Druid. Let me guess, a Necrolord Druid. A lot of you guys have been going Necrolord kitty cats. We got ourselves Gohan. Doesn't exactly look like Gohan that I remember, but like Gohan in Alternative Universe. with glasses, assassination rogue. Dude, does Savannah's daggers? Yo, are you bringing those to PvP? Probably not, because versus is too good. Got ourselves No in here, Noco. We got Roberto J with skills as a big old Fury Warrior ready to go. Oh, I like that helmet. I'm a big fan of that Legion helmet, dude. Well, the other team, we got ourselves an Outlaw Rogue Cogbot. Dude, fully engineer spec here. We got ourselves, what is this? Faye Ghetto. We got ourselves Intensu. We have Yogi's Bear. Yogi Sober, as well as Chicago on Elemental. It looks like it's going to be Faye. Up and running first one, and it looks like a little bit of confusion on team one of who's going first is going last. Looks like it is going to be Gohan the Rogue. Stalking his prey. Does he realize it's going to be the Feral Druid that's in stealth right now? They should be aware, looking for the stealthy, and it is going to be Faye, the first one up and running for this duel. Gohan is already out and about scouting. Does go for Fleshka. Faye knows this is a rogue that he's fighting against. Gohan is going to get himself the opener. Faye popping out in bear form. Not going for Fleshka, so I'm thinking this might be a Night Faye, since he literally got the name Faye in there. Faye Ghetto. Gonna be an opener by Gohan. Going for a bit of a shorter opener. Kiddish-eye to use and get a bleeds up and running. Big old bash onto Gohan. Does he go for a maim? Looks like he's just gonna go for a set of bleeds. And Faye popping in a bear from as soon as he's Gohan popping in an invasion. Blind by Gohan, but he breaks his own blind immediately. Trying to get big damage into Faye without a vendetta. Looking for a bit of a reset. I don't think Faye's gonna let him. He's actually gonna catch a restun onto Gohan with a big old bite to follow. Gohan turning that Kiddish-eye around with a trinket by Faye. No blind available. Gonna be Gohan just going for vendetta. Big and venom onto Faye. It looks like he's actually gonna try to peel this rogue off of him. Gohan didn't even try to go for a big old stun while inside of the burst with a vendetta. He just went for a big old mark for the thin venom. Cheap shot onto Faye. Into his ambush. Actually might just have the druid. Trying to go for a cycle. Does he live it? Trick at the last second for Gohan just to make sure that he's living in Chicago. Getting a primordial bolt onto Gohan, but he somehow catches a re-stealth either way. Looks like the rogue is gonna be out of stealth into a big old lava burst into a light lasso. I think the rogue might be done. Actually, Shadow Step that let him out of here is gonna have his armor just fighting for him with that Cloak of Shadows, but the man is done ski. The man is over. The best he can maybe do is try to get a trick out of Chicago, maybe at least put a full set of bleeds on him for the next competitor, but he kind of just like, you know what, there it is, man. There it is. We did it. Chicago going up for skills for a little bit of a bow. That's going to be Elemental Shamancement versus a Fury Warrior. Chicago making sure that they have the high ground, waiting for skills, waiting for him to just kind of charge at him. Is going to hit him with the Frost Shock skills. Realize that, okay, well, I guess the duel started now. Chicago setting up a Primordial really early on, trying to keep this Frost Shock swirl into skills. Big old lead by the Warrior into a Stormbolt. Chicago knocking it back, not going off of the bridge. Able to intervene with that charge back towards Chicago. Drinking it out of that Lightning Lasso. And Chicago dropping a full Meteor on the guy. That's going to be the legendary of the Tormented Kings as he blade storms, activating avatar, so you could go for a full wreck. Actually, the wreck being used with the Shackles of Malediction. Chicago could dispel it. Actually is going to go for a dispel. Another charge by skills is going to be stuck in the statically totem. That's going to be a hex out of Chicago, keeping skills at bay. That frog is not leaving the totem at all unless you take that totem. Big Earth Shock collapsing onto the Warrior as Chicago gets hit with a Stormbolt. He just had himself a good go there, didn't he? Noco is going to be up next as a survival hunter versus Chicago. It's going to be interesting what kind of a setup he's going to go for. Is Chicago playing the Earth Elemental Shield? Like, he's got to be, right? That's still what Shaman's play. It's going to be that Chimeric Poison to silence Chicago, as well as nerf for the damage they go for. Stormkeeper getting set up. Chicago is going to go post Chimeric Poison damage. Big old Zaps on a no into a Light Lasso. The Hunter goes for a trick, and big Lava Burst taking him down. Going to be Acceleration. Trying to see if he might be able to survive it. Freezing Trap onto Chicago. Does at least stop the heal. And trying to continue the barrage of damage. Harpoons, I think, trying to interrupt Chicago, but Chicago does get interrupted on it. Did he not hex it? Did he feign death that? Actually used the hex on the pet. He actually used the hex on the pet. Shackles was available by no, but Chicago could just easily dispel him, so it is a curse ability. And no, just trying to see if he can max the damage here, interrupting Chicago and Lava Burst. It's going to be Chain Lightning Bolt, but actually freezing chop on it. And no, breaking his own CC, just using CC to stagger Chicago. But Chicago still got plenty of damage. Light last, I think that might be enough. Or just his Hunter. And I think he might just be going down Primordial Bolt, taking him out at the end. That is rough. That is rough. Did he use a turtle shell there? I don't know if he did or didn't. But Chicago so far just walking out, collaborating these boys with the elemental powers, Gonna be flexing bites opening up as a Necrolord, going for the full bleed setup with Chicago wall available for the Shaman, trying not to get interrupted on. No jukes available for flexing. Does bash Chicago, does have any stones to follow. That's gonna be static link totem, almost catching him, but does get out of there, popping a rune into Chicago and bailing out of there immediately. Look at that full reset. If he just waits out Chicago's Stormkeeper, there's going to be a lot of the damage gone. Flexing bites actually lagging a little. Very unfortunate. Hopefully we can again wait to actually move back. I think Mame onto Chicago. Looks like flexing. Trying to see if he can get some damage in there. Going to be a worse up. What did he try to use shackles onto Chicago? I don't know if he did or didn't. Light less onto the kitty cat could be a trick out of the druid, but that Necrolord Fleshcraft shield is still holding on strong. Flexing get it back on top of the Chicago, letting those bleeds sink in. Going to be a stun short, but Chicago catches himself a little bit of a re-heal. As long as he can find a way to deal with the heals from time to time, just healing, surging himself off every so often, then you actually be in a great spot. Gonna be that Shackle's Malediction, watch Chicago's main, trinket it out of it to dispel it, trinket down for Chicago, super low on health. Actually could still be in a bad spot. Earth Elemental joining the fight, stunning flexing. And that's gonna be an extra wall for Chicago. Might be able to use this wall to survive this a little bit longer. I think he needs a knockback from flexing in order to deal with him. Bash by flexing. Has a skull bash if he needs to. Flesh out as he gets interrupted on nature. Chicago gets himself quite a little bit of survivability here. And it is Marileth too. So there is gonna be some self-healing out of it. Shackle's Malediction trying to attack flexing, isn't able to, so there's going to be some zaps to follow the kitty as he's jumping down. That's going to be that totem dropping flexing into the same spot. Needs to eliminate the totem if he wants to leave. And that's going to be a big lava burst out of Chicago with an Earth Shock. At the very end, just burying that Feral into the ground. Oh my goodness, the Elemental Shaman. We didn't get any Elemental Shaman yesterday at all, did we? Zero Ellie Shaman gameplay, did we? Very unfortunate. Mortal getting sent by Roberto as they go for a fear to follow off in Chicago with an immolate right after. And does he go for the damage setup here? Chicago trying to see if he can get back up. It's going to be Infernal greeting him, and Roberto just going for it. Trying to set up a big old case, but looks like it's not going to happen. Chicago bailing away from that one in a quick second. And Roberto definitely needs to get himself like a better position in order to be able to get some damage. Chicago is he actually going to chase? Chicago just down here chain lightning, just building up the maelstrom. Roberto jumping down with the fear to follow Chicago. Chaos Bolt is getting set up. Inferno is still in the game. Chicago to take a bit of damage. Does he run grounding? He does run grounding. Interrupting Roberto on the Chaos Bolt as he switches to some fire damage. Big old Chaos Bolt getting set up yet again. And Chicago just trying to dodge as best as possible. Going to be some Stormkeeper lightning bolts. But Roberto got plenty of soul shards to work with, plenty of Chaos Bolts to work with, over and over, just spamming him out. Chicago with the shortest interrupt of all the classes in the game is going to trap Roberto on another Chaos Bolt. And it looks like unless Roberto makes a play right now, he needs to make a really good CC chain play with Chicago. Otherwise, he's going to have himself a hard time dealing with the Shaman. Mortal into a fear, into a Chaos Bolt setting up yet again. Does he go for the big burst afterwards? Immolate to follow him. That's going to be another interrupt by Chicago. That's going to be final, maybe potentially caseable for Roberto. I don't think he got anything left. Unless he pops a wall here. Yep, the man just goes down. The man just goes down. Chicago actually with a 1v5 there? Huh. Chicago with a 1v5. Interesting. I didn't even realize Chicago. Huh. Wait, who was the first person that Chicago fought then? Wait, that was really quick. That was like not even 8 minutes, I think. Actually, it was a really fast duel. Alright, boys, let's get up and running, yeah? Chicago coming in with some Elemental Blasted, dude. That is one spec we haven't seen in a while, by the way, is Elemental Shaman. And in PvP, like for duels. I almost thought that maybe they were Gonski, but I don't think they are, man. I don't think they are. Is it NA SL duels that I've been doing? Hold on. SL... And what is it, 30, 20, 21, 22? Okay, so we have 20, so this is 21. Dude, we gotta catch up to the EU duels, dude. They had a lot of duels there. Yo, Flex in Chicago, let me know when you guys are ready. That's Chicago doing your thing? Yeah. More fun to watch live? Let's go, JMPR. How you doing, my man? I'm here as Yogi. What's up, for summer? How you doing, my man? Yo, Team Chicago needs another chance to play, dude. A lot of their boys didn't even get a chance, man. You know what I mean? A lot of the boys didn't even get a chance to play. Oh, look at that touch to detail. Flute. You got wine. You got some kind of fruits. And then a book. The zone is really pretty, dude. Let's go back to Orbos, though. This feels Like, this is a cool zone, but I kind of am so used to Ouroboros. So used to Ouroboros. I feel like it's just like a better place for me to chill in. Bald. 3 out of 5. All right, my dude. Are you with flexing or are you taking over the group for flexing? Honestly, I'm watching for you. Just keep it up. Yo, Dano, thanks so much, man. Appreciate you. When I clicked, you are very energetic, good quality, and streamer sub. Thank you so much, Jolly. Appreciate you, fam. I've been actually getting plenty of sleep as of recently, boys. So I've been in a really good mood. You should have seen me early in the week, man. I was not in a great headspace, dude. Boy, sleep is super important. Try. Oh, flexing? Are you the lead or is flexing lead? Either way, though. 3 out of 5. We just need 2 more boys for the horde and we're good to go. I like it. I like it. Wait, which one of these? Isn't that the port to Corsair? I think I need to. I'll probably need to do the storage skip sound like port to Corsair, don't I? Yeah, because everybody's walking. Hold on. What does it look like when someone walks here? He just runs. He just runs and he just ported. But I don't get ported. Interesting. Ultra. I don't know what Ultra is. Baka. Sussy Baka. Chicago Man Business? Yeah, dude. Yeah, Ellis Shaman, man. Ellis Shaman is spec I gotta play some more, though. That seems like a lot of fun. Although I'm curing on my Shaman. I think Necro Lord is just way too cool of a playstyle. Like, the RNG random lava burst in PvP is just way too good. Just way too good, you know what I mean? By the way, are you Ruski? Yes, I am, boys. Yes, I am. Just a little bit of Russian in me, dude. That's a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean I was literally born there. But I've been living in NA for so long, dude. I consider myself good old American more than anything. If you guys want to join Team Horde, we got ourselves. Actually, it looks like Flexi got a 5-man ready to go, boys. Let's go. As soon as you leave the LFG, man, we're good. We'll get another duel up and running, yeah. As soon as you close out the LFG, we're good to go, boys. Up and on Fire Major 9-1. Like PvE or PvP? I feel like PvP didn't really change much. In fact, they're actually doing okay. PvE, like nobody's playing them, but I don't think they're just completely in a dumpster. I feel like you just gotta. I feel like if a mage wants to play Fire and do PvE content, I feel like it will still be a good spec. You just won't be as insane as you were in last season with a 1-minute combust, but you'll still be a really effective and a strong spec overall. Like sim-wise, I think Fire mages are simming low, but they are not performing bad when they are brought to some of the fights and mythics so far. You know what I mean? No alliance. Yeah, we got Chicago with a group of 5 men right now. If they need for more, let you know. Alright, flexing, let me know when you're good to go. Oh, we got 3 out of 5. I don't know why it said 5 out of 5. I thought it said 3 out of 5. I thought it said 5 out of 5. Yo, boys, flexing is 2 more on the Horde Boys NA. If you guys want to join, hit him up over on the Player vs. Player Premier Group Custom PvP. Find the group top number 5 in the search. Enter. And Jordan Flexing looking for 2 more boys for 5V5 1v1 Duels, boys. 2 more. Butch for years finally got in a match. What's up, my man? Yo, hopefully you'll actually get a chance to play, dude. Hopefully it won't be in Chicago walking up and 1v5 people, and then it's just gonna be like, well, I guess I'll go next time, and then do that 5 times in a row and be like, well, I guess I'll go next time. Just straight up on that copium. Hopium. Hoping for a game, you know what I mean? Thanks so much, yo. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, my man. I want to relearn Russian. Was born in Moscow. Really? Zdarova, tavarish. Yeah, Russian, dude. I actually tried to drop my Russian accent for as long as I could. Like, when I was younger, my stepdad was like, yo, you probably should try to drop the accent. It's gonna help you with job opportunities. I was like, a young, impressionable kid. Oh, okay. I tried my best, dude. It's still there. It's still a little bit there. It's not as, like, when you talk to my twin, yeah, has a little bit more Russian in his accent, just a little bit more. But for me, it's like most people can't even tell. Like it's like I know you got an accent, I just can't exactly quite tell where it's from. But to Russians at this point, it sounds American. So maybe the drop in the Russian accent, like when I speak Russian to Russians, they're like, he's got a little bit of like an American tinge in there. Like he can pronounce his words right, but there's a little bit of like foreigner in there. So when I speak English, I sound like a slightly bit like a foreigner. When I speak Russian, my mother tongue, I sound a bit like a foreigner. I'm like in that crappy middle, you know what I mean? But it's interesting. Yo, bold, flexing, let's go, boys. Let's go, dude. Let's get some duels up and running here, boys. Chicago and Flex are ready to go, boys. I'm perfectly fine if you guys want to keep the groups as they are, by the way, and spam queue them. Perfectly fine with that, by the way. Perfectly fine with that. Got to be a part of the community. Chicago is a beast. Yo, boys, if you want to be a part of the community in more ways than one, hit up on Discord, dude. Join our Discord link down below. Check out Disc. And pop right in. Hang out with the boys. Chit chat. It's the best place to reach me and chat with me on stuff. Feel free to use it if you guys want to do your keys or whatever. Can you say something in Russian? Zdarova, tavarish. I said hello, comrade. Was in the queue. I hold up. Yeah. Hopefully that'll break us out of queue, and then I'll re-queue. Give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec, and queue. I want to learn Russian because it sounds cool. Yo, Russian is one of the hardest languages to learn. If you guys don't need to learn Russian, I will be at this point. I'm like, yo, dude, don't do it, man. It's one of the harder languages I've ever like. Even like me speaking English, I'm like, man, Russian is like so complicated, dude. Like it sounds alright, but like it's not easy. Reason I would say, because one, it's not easy. Two, not super practical because you can only speak Russian to like Russians or maybe like countries outside of the Soviet Union, maybe. But like because of the low practicality and like hard to learn, I don't know if it's worth. But that's just me personally, because I did have to teach. So my friend's dad, back when I was like college, freshman, sophomore, he actually took an online course, and he had to do a language course, and he chose Russian. So I actually tried to help him with Russian, and while helping him learn Russian, I was like, man, this language is complicated. Like, what the? And I was like, oh my, that's why I realized, like, man, my language that I started with, it's just complex for no reason at all. Like, it could be simpler. For some reason, we're not getting queue. Let me queue again. Flexibytes and Chicago. For some reason, it is bugged, but I'll get you guys in. Hold up. We'll definitely get you guys in here. What's the best way to learn Russian minus movement there? That's actually a good question. The best way to learn Russian without moving there, I guess, like taking like lessons in Russian. The best way to learn Russian will probably be to actually view Russian media. Russian YouTubers would be a pretty good one. Like, there's not a lot of like Russian shows or Russian movies. Like when they say, like, you know, how did you learn Japanese? Oh, I watched anime. And like, as much of a meme as that is, like consuming media in the native tongue, I think it's a pretty good way to at least like not practice it, but you'll get like practical application of like you listen to it, you try to understand it kind of deal. You know what I mean? I guess you would do it first. I mean, if you know a little bit of Russian before Cursing Saint, like I guess it would be like basic Russian, just get any kind of basics. And once you have a little bit of experience, just going and listening and watching the media of that language. For some reason, the queues are not working. Yo, okay, now it should work. Hold on, I think we fixed. Yeah, boys. I like the energy bringing videos, yo. Thank you so much for tomorrow. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it, my dude. I don't even know how to bring the energy to the videos. Yeah, I think I should try that a lot more. I've been doing a lot of like the coverage of like updates and stuff for like WoW and whatever. And I feel like that kind of softened me down. But then also doing that Outlaw Rogue Arena video and LFG, that was fun, dude. I had a lot of fun putting that together. I got a couple more on the way with PvP stuff. And this, your enthusiasm is refreshing, contagious, yo. Thanks so much for that. I appreciate you, my man. It's not always there, dude. I'm just having a really, really good day. But appreciate you, boys. Super fun having you guys here, hanging out. Got you having an accent still. I know some I have a style accent. You do, yeah, dude. Yeah, that's probably the best way to like learn Russian. Like the only time I get to practice Russian is when there's Russians in the chat, and they usually are here on Fridays for the EU duels. So at least I get some sort of practice here and there, but not often. So Twitch. We got us a team 2 with Cogbot playing now that Outlaw Rogue Mechanome with Intensu. Looks like maybe going first. We got ourselves Tabber with the Red Paladin. We got ourselves Yogi as well as Chicago. It looks like Intensu is going to be going up first versus Skills, the Warrior. Are we looking at Arms versus Fury? Skills swapping out to the Arms. Intensu getting that opener with a Strongbolt. It's going to be Strongbolt out of Skills. Both of the Paladin, the Warriors go for a trinket. Intensu got himself the double weapon ready to go. Just walking away from Skills. That's got a Blade Storm up and running. And looks like Skills, does he get himself wrecked? Was that Recklessness? He's playing the same trinket? or same legendary. Gonna be a bit of a blaster for Intenso. Look at the chop up skills, big old charge, intercepted skills. As an arms warrior, you might have to pop a cooldown here. Shackles getting used onto Intenso is gonna go fear those shackles, try to deal with them. Skills definitely needs to pop some sort of defensive. Gonna be a reflect as well as a wall. Reflect maybe for the shackles. Actually, shackles you could have just reflected towards the end, right? Big ol' executes onto Intenso, but he does try to run. The skills is gonna just massacre right now as Intenso getting that big condemn in the end. Intenso popping off the wreck as well as in rage regeneration to survive that one. But he did live it. He did survive it. I was a rough one, dude. As an arms warrior to Fury, I think Fury just by default wins. Flexbyte's going in for a mad opener versus Intenso. It's going to try to reflect something. Reflected Roots actually back to flexing, but Intenso without a defensive goes for a commanding shout. Unless he has a battle master streak and he's just on barred health. Strongbow to flexing, but he just has thorns. And I think Intenso's just going to melt to the dots. And down he goes. I think Flexing might have had maybe like a slide paw tab, just a slight sneeze in his direction, because literally any ability would have made him fall over. Cogbot is going to be up next over on team 2. These boys charging out at one another immediately. Looks like, how did Flexbyte see Cogbot? He just leapt at him. Did Cogbot come out of stealth for some reason? It might have. Cloak Shot is coming out for Cogbot immediately. Going for the flagellation burst. Where's the Flexibites? Going to be a kidney shot onto Flexing. Trying to go for the big setup. As he played the big green skin legendary. Trying to go for a big setup. That's a lot of finishes. Interrupting him on a cyclone. Going to be close to fall as a flash cut is available for Flexibites. Looks like he's going to have himself quite a mini shield while in bear form. Cogbot has himself a Adrenaline Rush rolling. Thorns is up. Better not do any damage to that Thorns. It looks like Cogbot wants to back away, but not super far away from Flexing. Might be able to sap him. Looks like Flexing does get sapped while in cat form. Has a trinket. Cogbot not completely out of the woods. Could go for a setup. Cheap shot onto Flexibites. It's going to be trinket. Does Cogbot have an evasion? Blind onto Flexibite with the shackles of malediction. Could just cancel it. Could just dispel it. Cogbot trinketed out of it. Does he have evasion at all? Cogbot needs to grab himself a big setup. Actually, Flexibites is kind of low. If Cogbot gets a big old pop with a pistol, he could probably do it. Massive pistol shot. Grapple hook next to Flexing. But looks like Flexing does let the bleed stick out. That out the rogue almost actually took Flexibites down. Mad pistol shot at the end there. That is so crazy good. I love Cogbot for even trying out, man. Not a lot of you guys. There's not a lot of rogues in general that even given it a try, even though it's actually a really good spec right now. I don't know if he used evasion or when he used evasion, but man, that's rough. I also wonder what buffs he's gotten, because if you're playing the float like a butterfly, man, you can have like basically 40-second evasions, dude. It is insane. But he played it really well. He got to check out Flexibites with a blind, went for a reset, sapped him in cat form. He had himself a really good go. He just really needed that big old pistol shot go. Tabber is going to be up next as a Retribution Paladin while Flexing. Look at you recoup, lick his wounds a little. Waiting out for the trinket. No Berserk for a bit. He's playing against a Paladin. So one misplay against a Paladin, he could be in a really bad spot. Tabber hanging around by the eye, not quite picking it up. He wants Flexing to come out in the open. That's going to be Flexing, getting a big old opener, big brutal slasher there. War Step right after. Massive damage to the Tabber with a root to follow. Tabber needs to get himself as much stuff healing as possible. Actually could be in a bad spot. He's going to go for a sippy cup, removing his bleeds. That's going to be Shield of Vengeance as well as Eye for an Eye. Big old Seraphim available. Does he get to do the big catch up? Flexing, but it's looking to get the hell out of dodge. It looks like Tabber is not going to be able to max out that Seraphim this time around. Wings are available for this Paladin. I think Flexibites might just go for a full reset. Tabber, I don't know if he expected this kind of bleed damage out of Flexibites, but it was a lot of damage. And Tabber held onto his immunities. That's the thing. He still got trinkets, still held onto immunities, picking up the eye, trying to see if he can get the Feral. That was the big frenzy out of Flexibites. Not going to have it this time around. Or at least not for a second. And Flexibites got himself a Barks get up and running. Tabber could be popping an immunity here. Trying to see if he can survive without having to. Bubble comes out. That's going to be Hodge and the Flexibites. Straight gets out of it. Yo, wait. Tabber actually could have himself a setup. Next, if he is Rockin' Blind. We don't know. I don't know if he's Rockin' Blind, but if he's Rockin' Blind, he could have himself a big go. Blind could still be pretty massive. Especially if he got some Holy Power saved up. That's going to be Flexibites without a frenzy. He's actually out of stealth. Someone got caught on stealth. Big bash on the Tabber. Trinkets out of it. And Tabber just seems to get himself a blue frenzy. That's going to be Shackles and Maledict. Tabber just going to have to take that damage. Try to heal through it. I don't think he's going to be able to. If he just goes for the big go, he might be able to do something. Try. Oh, no. Wait. Oh, no. He can't dispel curses, so he actually melted. The blade sticking down on him, unable to heal through the chains. That's where you need to have some sort of an interrupt for those chains. But Flexibites I mean, man, he just melted him. Yogi is going to be next as a, was that Kyrian maybe? Going for that big old Zuen. Does have the legendary wear jabs, do move him quite close to the target. Also, I think give him haste or extra resources or something. Maybe just do more damage? I don't even know. Good big old dragon kick towards Flexing. Flexing is not able to say itself. And that's going to be short stomp by Flexing onto Yogi. As Yogi just continuing to chase after man. And Zuen is still in the game. It's going to be Zuen actually backing up for a second. Weapons of Warden is out for Yogi. Zuen is disappearing. Yogi still could go for a go here. Does have another set of images. Flexing just trying to kite out Yogi. He's just trying to stay away from him as best possible. Maim as the shackles and malediction coming out. Flexing might try to get some bleeds onto Yogi. Maybe he's trying to... Actually, there's no karma. I was going to say maybe he's trying to just force a karma, but there's not even a karma. Ooh, Unforge. Big Unforge. Yogi trying to see if he can catch up on health. Oh, and then the Flexing runs by and just bites him. Just bites the boy down. Chicago gonna be up next versus Flexing bites. This is gonna mount up on a big old Drake. Actually slowed down by the green puddle led by Flexing. Gonna be a knockback by Chicago immediately. As he knows, Flexing is gonna go for big damage. That's gonna be huge Necrolord damage from the Feral. Trick is out of the light lasso. And Chicago is gonna try to see him. He hits him in the static link totem. It's gonna keep him in the fence with a stun right after. He's in a chain link fence, can't get out. The electric fence does go down after a bit, and Flexing finally is able to escape away like a wild animal that he is. Chicago looking for him. Got the fire elemental. Is it a fire ele? Yeah, actually no. Fire ele keep Flexing in combat. Actually, fire elemental back it up. I don't know why the thing backed up. That's kind of weird. Is it disappeared? No, fire ele decided to just back up out of there. Just a back pedal. That's a full flash scout for Flexing. He's gonna have himself a pretty meaty shield. Lightning lasso not really breaking that shield that early. Fire elemental, as long as Flexing's out in the open, Fire Elemental is actually getting some sort of damage better than none. So Chicago is going to go knock him back, Flexing for a moment. Going to be a full bleeds up and running for Flexing bites with Berserk. Has himself lots of finishes to go back to back for Chicago. Chicago trying to see if he can get himself heals in between. And Flexing bites. No wall available. Does he have Bark's going to interrupt Chicago on fire? That's going to be Nature Cast, but he's got War Stomp ready for it. Looks like he doesn't have Bash for that one just yet. And Chicago just trying to maybe get some kind of damage set up. Flexing bites, as long as he got the damage, he's going to stay on top of Chicago. It disrupt him in any way, whether it's interrupt, whether it's stuns, just have the cast. As soon as he's out of combat, he's going to root back up, maybe catch himself a reset. Does he get to with that Earth Elemental? Looks like Earth Elemental not a direct attack and Flexing, but he is not catching that clean re-stealth. The chain link fence, the electric fence is up. Flexing needs to take down the totem. The faster you take down the totem, the better. Going to be a stun short onto Flexing from the Earth Elemental. Chicago is able to catch himself a little bit of a re-heal. Light Lasso, as Flexing trying to break out. Does Chicago have a big burst ready? Do they have Primordial Bolt? Trying to go for a setup Frost Shocks, but looks like Flexing should be able to get out of there. The Earth Elemental is on the chase, but Flexing bites, looking for a reset. And I think he's going to be able to get this one easily. Should be able to get this one at least. Chicago trying to see if he might be able to catch up to Flexing. Does he still have Flame Shock on him? No more. Actually, I think there's still Flame Shock maybe ticking. Sun Totem on one side. Flexing looking to reset. Looks like he does catch a clean reset. Chicago knocking it back immediately. Flexing leaving a puddle right under Chicago. Leaving a puddle. Is it just maybe he's surprised that he left the puddle? Gonna be Shackle's malediction onto Flexing. He's gonna wall this. Shackle back into Chicago. Needs to dispel it immediately. I think he does. Wall available for Chicago. Does he have any kind of healing? Maim by Chicago. By Flexing, man. Trick it out for Chicago. Does he have the interrupt? Flesh count right after that kick on the cast. And that's gonna be Flexing backing out of there. I thought Chicago was done with just there. He's trying to cast it to the Feral, but he knows that I want him to interrupt him. So I can go for a full Flesh Craft. Gonna be that static chain, static link, chain fence onto the Flexing as Chicago sets up a Stormkeeper, but looks like Flexing is trying to maintain himself as best as possible. A big old Earth Shock onto Flexing. Chicago, not a lot of health available. Is able to recover quite substantial amount of health. Jumping right after Flexing. And that's going to be maybe a knockback after the Lightning Lasso. Doesn't quite go for a knockback. Flexing, trying to see if he can steal the totems. Go knocking the wall. Maim onto Chicago. Trying to go for Lava Burst onto Flexing. Does he get to Primordial Bolt to set up? Could be Massive Bolt right here. Big Lava Burst coming out. Earth Elemental, Fire Elemental on the other side. Regrowth available for Flexing. The Fire Aliens still continue to barrage him with Fire Strikes. And Chicago, this is a lot of side on the Flexing. You might just have him badged by Flexing. Does he get to turn it around? Big on setup by Chicago. Earth Shock to stop this Feral's rampage. And Chulax is going to be up next on Team 1. Trying to see if he might be able to come back here versus Chicago. Might be able to. He's playing with a bamboo stick. I actually like that little bamboo. Is that a spear? Looks looks like a bamboo stick. It is a bamboo stick. That actually looks cool as hell, Survival Hunter. Gonna be static chain link for the pet. Gonna be Calyx not joining up close. How does Chicago? Wait, what? I was actually just watching Chicago just trying to heal himself. I was thinking Chicago's the one in trouble. The Hunter just leapt in and then just got melted. I don't even know what Chicago did to that guy. Something. He definitely did something. Stabbed by Gohan. Oh my god. What is that? What happened? Knockback under the rogue. He's gonna shadow step, drop in a puddle. All these guys get surprised by the knockback, making a puddle under themselves. Ha! And then just form a puddle like the Sims do. Gonna be an interrupt on Chicago. Does Chicago have fleshcraft? Does have fleshcraft. Nothing that Gohan can do to stop it. Trying to just go with big damage with a Vendetta. Gonna be a Hexer to Gohan. Does not have a trinket. That was actually, you just tried to buzz the damage through into Chicago with a Vendetta. He actually busted a fleshcraft shield very, very quickly. 38% dampening. You're gonna be them exchanging their Necrolord ability to spike, and Chicago with a blind to fall by Gohan. Looking for that clean reset. Does Chicago have Earth Elemental? That's a good question right here. Does Chicago have the Earth Ellie? Looks like Gohan is ready to go. Got a big old sap at Chicago. Mark for Death getting shot, ready to go. Gonna be tricking out of Chicago. As the bleeds are up into a cheap shot as Gohan trying to maintain the CC chains. Gonna be an interrupt juked by Chicago onto by juke interrupt for Gohan by Chicago is what I was trying to say. Chicago though is bleeding out. I think that's over. Gohan just had him rotted. A dampening. Damn, flexing though coming in, dude. Flexing on a feral druid just slaps. This man owns. Just biting through the boys until Chicago has to put the cat down. Oh man. I'll play this as BF. I forgot what time did you get off? At about an hour, but if we having fun with duels, we will go on for longer. Hello. What's up, Chula? How you doing, my man? Hope you're having a good one, my guy. How you doing, my dude? Alrighty, boys, let's get another up and running, yeah? That was a fun one, dude. That was a fun one. Dude, Necrolord Feral is just gonna dominate PvP. I'm telling you right now. It's just already dominate. I mean, basically already dominates. But Ferals right now, as a Necrolord in particular, are just insane. Actually insane. You know, like Ferals? Yeah, Ferals are fun, dude. Ferals are pretty fun to play. But yeah, their Ferals are insane, dude. Don't mind that crap on the place. You're good, my guy. You're good, dude. You know what I mean? Gotta get back up on the bike. It's just how we Demon Hunter never see these duels anymore. We actually had some over on the EU yesterday, TWA. Any teams looking for one? Yo, maybe. Chicago got still 5. If you guys need to find maybe a group for the Horde, you might be able to potentially. Wait, I don't want to list my group. But to see if Chicago needs more. Or we're chilling. Chicago got 5. Flexing might need a 1 more. We'll see if any he needs. Or if he's still got a 5-man. But yeah. Yeah, if you guys need to see if there's a group up and running for 5.0 Duels, you can always go to a Play vs. Player Premium Group, Custom PvP, find a group, type number 5 in the search, enter, and see if there's one up. If there isn't, you can always start a group called something like 5V5 1V1 Duels Dalaran, and then you're good to go, boys. It's that easy, man. It's that easy. This is a very community ran thing, so if you just make a group and tell the boys, yo, I got a group, they'll probably pop in. Don't play it the first time, I guess? Maybe. It's the first time I think we saw Yogi in the duels, but I could be wrong in that one. But yeah. Don't call him again? No, don't call the druid, dude. Yo, he's the one making the group, actually. He's the one making the groups, actually. Yeah, Ferals are nutty right now. The hit and run playstyle is really strong for them. But I think that's how Ferals should be. Like a big bite, big burst Feral with Convoke. That is silly. I do like the Kyrian Feral with the big burst with Kyrian. That could be really fun. Like the burst just comes out of nowhere. But I really like the Necrolord Feral with the bleeds. I always thought Feral should be bleeds oriented rather than bites oriented. And Blizzard just keeps doing different things. But first time, yo, my man, first up for everything, right? That's how it starts, man. Hey, boys, you know, we have so many videos of Christina, for example, in the duels, the Christina, the EU Feral. Christina started out, when Christina started out, I don't mean this in a bad way at all, far from it. Christina started out like Christina would just come into the duels, have some fun, maybe get a kill, but then Christina would keep coming to the duels. Christina didn't start out like amazing in duels, but they would keep coming to the duels, keep joining, maybe get 1 kill, maybe get 1.5 kill, get the other guy really low, surviving for a bit, and then it turned to getting 2 kills and then surviving a third guy for a while. And then it turned to 3 kills, and then 4 kills, and then 1v5s on a daily. You know what I mean? Nobody starts out amazing. You gotta start somewhere, you know what I mean? So if you follow what Christina did, just practice makes perfect. Just trying to get better PvP little by little. You're good to go. Is Flexing still? Oh, Flexing is back on the Hunter. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Flexing on the Hunter with Chicago. We got Ori. Let's go, dude. We got my man Ori, dude. Yo, Ori, my guy. How you doing, my dude? Yo, I love this man right here. Boys, you guys are ready to watch a Master Boomkin at work, Master Druid at work. We're swapping out a Feral Druid for a Boomy Druid. We actually do get another Feral there. Squish. Squish. I like his name, Squish. It's like misspelled a little, but I like it. Okay, dude. Woo, we got some good duels in here, boys. Alrighty, man. Alrighty, what the hell did I do? What the hell did I do? Alright, cool, we're good. Switch. We got a slight switch up on team one. We got Flexing coming back as a Hunter. Also, great looking spear. Oh, that's a cool looking spear. Why is it? Is that a Mog or something? Is that an effect for that? That thing looks nutty. What's up, Flexi? How you doing, my man? We got ourselves Gohan in here as a rogue. We got ourselves Ori, though, Necrolord Boomy on a big old floating disc. We got ourselves Skills as well as Squish as a Feral Druid. Be out of stealth and not a cat form unless you guys are dueling, boys. Looks like Squish might be the first one on team one. We got ourselves Cogbot as an Outlaw. We got Intensu as a Fury Warrior. We got Tabber as a Ret. We got Yogi's Bear as a Windwalker in Chicago as well. It looks like Intensu is going to trick it out of the opener of Squish. And Squish is going to trick it back himself. Going to be feared by Intensu. As a look at you maybe get himself a big bleeds on him. Might need to pop defenses really early, and Rage Restoration is up. Do they survive those birds? Squish is going in for big damage while Thorns is up. Intenso does activate a bit of a shield for themselves. It's going to go for that big old wreck. Should be a lot of research to generate. Big healing available right now. Actually just tussling with the Feral. Not sitting that bash for long. It's going to get that interrupt on the Cyclone. And it looks like actually Squish could be in a bad spot. It's going to go for a bit of a defensive play here. Just trying to get a hell away from the Warrior. Going to be a big old leap by the Warrior. Stormbolt up to Squish. Does he have a charge to reconnect? He does. Could just needs himself a little bit more damage to take the Feral out. Gonna be a wall available for Feral. Intenso better have something for this next go. Maim into a cycle and looks at Squish looking for that big old reset, man. Just try to get himself a reset. Does he get a reset though? Intenso needs something to get this Feral out of stealth. Try to see if he can maybe port out. Whirlwinds are available. Needs to probably go for a rallying cry as fast as possible before there's going to be a big set of thorns for Squish. Got himself Shackles of Malediction. Intenso needs to find a way to stop it. There's going to be zero heal for him. Just taking a Warrior on the walk. Going to be a Stormbolt by the Warrior. Bar's going to available for Squish. Intenso not a lot of health available. Does go for a last bit Ignore Pain. Trying to Bloodlust Berserk as much as possible. But can only do so much. That's going to be that electric fence for Squish. A Stormkeeper is available for Chicago. Wants to go for a big setup. Big Lava Burst proc is going to be a roar by Squish. Lightning Bolts to follow after by Chicago. Trying to Frost Shock Squish as best they can. Going to be the Fire Elemental on the other side. Drop it down. Meteor to Squish. Doing a bit of damage. Squish got himself the Friends of Regen. And Chicago tried to see if he can catch him. Dude, Fury Warrior versus a Feral, that's the roughest matchup in a while, dude. That's the roughest matchup I've seen in a long time. Gonna be the Squish, get a knockback, popping in the cat form, dropping a puddle onto Chicago main, trying to go for a cyclone. Gonna be the quick interrupt by Chicago. Does Chicago have procs? Flesh Cut is up. Is gonna be able to get himself a full channel of Flesh Cut since he got interrupted on Cyclone. That is super unfortunate, dude. That is that Fleshcraft Necrolord plays. Just get a cast up, get interrupted on it. As long as it's not a shadow cast, just go into a full channel of that Fleshcraft. It is actually insane. Chicago trying to see if he can get some damage to Squish. Trick it out of the Feral as the Light and Lasso comes out. Might have actually died in the Light and Lasso. Going to be Thorns as well as Barks gets up. Trying to see if he might be able to get us interrupt on Chicago. It's going to be quick maim on Chicago. Trying not to use Skull Bash just yet. I think you know Chicago has a Fleshcraft available. Just try not to Skull Bash the Nature Cast for Chicago. Gonna be that the Electric Chain Totem. Stunning Squish in that Totem, actually. Big Zaz by Chicago. Looking for a bit of healing surge. Just trying to heal themselves up while Squish is also trying to get himself a bit of a regrowth. Standing on the Earthquake. Could have been a knockdown. Light the Lasso by Chicago. Gonna be kind of short-ish out of that Capacitor Totem. And Squish looking to get some damage onto Chicago. It's gonna be a quick maim onto the Shaman. And Squish trying to get himself a Tiger's Lust. Tiger's Lust. Oh no, Tiger's Fury. Big damage. Chicago taking him for a walk with a Shackles Malediction. Going to be short stunned by the Earth Elemental. Chicago trying to go for a healing surge. Squish not even going for an interrupt onto Chicago at all. It's going to go for an interrupt now. Flashcraft is available. No way to stop. It's a Chicago playing out to the same strats that Squish is playing. Chicago does need to go for some kind of like a big setup versus the Feral if they can at all though. If only they can. Big bites out of Squish. And Chicago's still in the open. Still holding to the Earth Elemental. I don't think the wall was used by the Earth Elite just yet. That's going to be quick main by Squish. Or wall he's going to use now. He can use that wall by the looks of it out of a stun, which I didn't realize for Elemental Shamans. It's actually quite huge. No one's really going to try to CC the Earth Elemental to try to control the... I mean, most cases people won't be doing that. Chicago accidentally picking up the eye. I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. Quick, light the lasso onto Squish is going to get a flash cap. Actually, get an interrupt on the flash cap. Squish could just go for a cyclone if you wanted to, actually. Should he? He could. He legitimately could. Going to be a quick roll on Chicago. Just trying to maybe go for a quick cyclone after. Chicago does have really short interrupts, so you could just interrupt everything out of him. Lava burst available. It looks like we're a bit of a standstill with the both of them. We're at the 4 minutes. No dampening just yet. Squish taking loads of damage out of nowhere, though. Does Chicago have any more procs to follow? Going to be tricky for Chicago. As Squish trying to see if he can get Bow out of there. Does he have the light to lasso? If he does, he might be able to at least stop the Druid. It distracts for a second. Going to be a little bit of self-heal for Squish available right now. And it looks like Chicago cannot really push in too easily. Going to be an interrupt onto Squish. Quick roar by the Druid, bailing out of there. It looks like this man is just going to get out of dodge. That quick bear roar into a stag leap out of there like a graceful gazelle. It looks like Chicago is going to have to either pick up... Looks like there's still a dot onto Squish. I was going to say pick up the eye. Look for the man. Big lava birds by Chicago. Like the last one, Squish does have a trinket for it. Does he have any more defenses? Chicago's going to leave him in the chain link fence. Going to be Shackle's Malediction. Chicago can just dispel it. It looks like Squish just wanted to go for whatever easy damage he wanted here. Gonna be big zaps by Chicago with an Earth Shock. Wall available for Chicago. Pre-wall in that main. Very well done. That's like a split-second decision there. And Squish is super low health. Does he have a flash cut available? Trying to maintain his health as best possible. Just trying to go through finishers and get himself as many regrowths as possible. That's what this man's prerogative is. Lava burst available for Chicago with a light to lasso. Is that going to be enough? Maybe. Does he get enough damage? Is it going to be here? Oh, does he have the Earth Shock? Trying to Frost Shock and Squish in a bear form with their friends in regen. Man, the standstill. The two of the tankiest classes we've seen in a long while. These guys are just fighting each other out in the open. They're not even really trying to go for line of sight or really just hitting run strats. Everybody's so tanky. Chicago does not shrink at that one. But it's going to be a full cyclone, and Squish should be able to get himself a bit of a reset. Hope we can afford that re-stealth completely. Looks like he should be able to get it. Oh, some flame shock, some kind of dot keeping him out in the open. Going to be primordial bolt set up by Chicago with a lava burst flying. Squish taking a bit of damage from it, but a flash. These guys are the tankiest classes ever. Look at these two. Elemental Shaman and a Feral Druid, dude. Self-healing for days and a big old Fleshcraft on top of it. You get Interrupted on Nature? No problem. Just channel a big old shield that makes you immune to all CC for a second. Actually massive. Squish is going to be fully Fleshcrafted up, ready to go. Trying to go for some damage. Berserk coming out, but it's going to be the electric fans for him. Trying to see. He actually could shield the totem in order to take down the fence. It's going to be light lasso in Chicago. But Chicago is bleeding out back there with all the dots rolling. Squish, Bardic skin in this. Just got himself a big berserk, big maim onto Chicago. Lots of healing for Squish. Since he's getting lots of finishes, lots of regrowths just to maintain himself this whole time. Actually, a lot of regrowths. It's actually kind of insane. Big old roar onto Chicago. Healing surges available for Chicago. Does get interrupted. Does he have Fleshcraft? He does have Fleshcraft. Fleshcraft for days. Big old meteor. I was gonna say big old earthquake. Big old meteor. Drop it on Squish. Said, wait, Trinket? Oh, actually could have been really bad for Squish. Does he have a dispel? He does have a bash onto Chicago. Trinket's out of immediately. Does he have enough damage here? Squish just healing himself while in bear from slowed, but he's regenerating, walling this damage off from Chicago. And Chicago doesn't really have burst. So Chicago actually got a wall out of Squish. This could be really good for the Elemental Shaman, because that's no longer a wall, but Chicago has a big burst, but he first needs to catch the Feral. He first needs to catch him. And it's going to be cut off. Going for a splinter maneuver. Earth Elemental on one side, Shaman on the other. Going to be the Earth Elite disappearing though. And Squish might be able to get himself a chance. Wait, he only survives it. Does get himself a Frenzy Region for a second here. It's going to be big old static click totem. He's going to go for a barrel form Frenzy Regeneration. Try to see if he can survive this big roar onto Chicago as there's no dots on the Shaman. Just so he might be able to get away scot-free behind the pillar. No interrupt. Actually, a missed interrupt by Chicago, but that's only a 12-second interrupt. So he should be able to deal with it pretty easily. Squish, dropping a puddle for a second. Chicago trying to get a heal. Maim. Squish trying not to interrupt this. He's trying to interrupt this. Gonna be Shackle's Malediction. He's trying to reduce the amount of healing that Chicago does, trying to force him to spend a global just to heal himself. Chicago massively recovers out of that damage though, and squishes the one take and the damage, dude. It's a reverse, dude. It's like a swing. The health swings back and forth. One is low, then the other is low, then the one is low, then the other is low, and it's back and forth. Big lava burst coming up for Chicago. Squish not willing to stop any of those. He's gonna go for short main mode. Chicago is gonna get himself another regrowth. Man, the dampening is rolling up. These guys are built to deal with the damage though. Chicago tried to get himself a heal surge. Is that going to be interrupted by Squish? Try to go for a roar. Cyclone, light the lasso by Chicago. Does he have the go? But it's going to be a bar skip by Squish. In the electric fence, it's going to be Barrel from trying to get himself friends in regen. Chicago got the zaps into a stun onto Squish. Do they have anything else to follow up? Big Earth Shock to follow up, but the Bardic Skin does dampen the damage that does. Does Squish have Fleshcraft? If Chicago could just interrupt it. Not going to go for an interrupt. Could have went for an interrupt, but he wants to maintain himself the best possible. Going to be a knockback, but Squish actually is immune to knockback after channeling Fleshcraft for the full duration. I think for like 4 seconds he's immune. And that's a mad heal for Squish, just recovering while that shield is holding on strong. Trick us out of that lightning lasso. Squish has some cooldowns coming up actually very, very soon. Earth Elemental is going to try to dampen the damage that comes out. Could be Earth Elemental wall here, but Chicago is going to pop that wall. Massive damage reduction for him. Squish without a trinket, does have Berserk available, no wall for a little bit, doesn't drop Chicago on the nation, but that's going to be easy, free Fleshcraft, and now he can just go for a self-healing for once. No way to stop those healing surges, can't even stun it. Just the back and forth between these two, just the tankiest two classes I've ever seen. Lava Burst available for Chicago. Squish just trying to see if he can just berserk through the damage. Light Lasso by Chicago. Barset is up for Squish. Electric Fence trying to leap towards Chicago. Can't do it. Roar in Chicago. Can't leave the fence. Could just take down the totem, but he's not even focusing on it. Gonna be Primordial Bolt set up. Maybe big lightning bolts for Chicago. Does get some damage on Squish. But looks like the Druid is going to go behind the pillar and get himself a bit of a reset. I've never seen a duel go on this long between these two classes. 10 minutes, 33% dampener. Big old Earthshock by Chicago. Does he finally end it here? Big old stump by Squish. Trinket out of Chicago. Light the last to turn around, but it's short. Squish is continuing to generate combo points and finishers. Does have a wall for this one. Going to be stun totem. Actually dodging it somehow. Big old bite in Chicago and he ends him like that. Oh my goodness. This Druid is literally unkillable, huh? Cogbot trying to see if he can make a play. Doesn't want to hit thorns as best he can. He just doesn't want to hit the thorns while he can. Going to be Kidney Shot, trying to go for a big burst onto Flush with a flagellation. Is that going to be enough burst? Does he take him out right here? Kidney Shot is full burst. Cheap shot for a second. Does he get it? Oh, and now with the Rogue taking down the Feral after the... You know what? Chicago just softened him up for you. Let's be honest. Chicago softened the Feral up a little bit for the Cogbot. But this man did it. He did it. Trying to see if he can get an opener onto Flexing with a pistol shot in the opener. Does not really have a lot of defenses. Does he have evasion? That's my question. If Cogbot has evasion, he might actually be able to be kind of okay. Big Blind is available. Shackle by Flexing, but the blind onto the Hunter. Should I like Cogbot maybe a bit of a reset? Looks like he does give him reset. Could go for a sap. Cheap shot instead with a killing spear right after. Cogbot making some decent damage. Going to be a trinket out of that stun. Does he have evasion? He does have evasion. I believe, right? That is evasion? I believe it is. Shackles malediction onto Flexing. Wait, does he take down the Hunter? He's still shackling Wall and Turtle. Wait, he was actually still doing decent damage. Gouge into the pet. Flexing trying to give himself a little bit of healing. If Cogbot just had a big old pistol shot, he might be able to do it. Get a shot into Flexing. Oh, the kill shot by Flexing. Coming out right after. With a quick camo to dip into stealth. 42% dampening as the first duel between the two Joggeras that is Chicago and the Feral Druid. Are just, oh man. This is going to be a really deadly game. Everything here is going to be really, really deadly. You will melt immediately, feels like. Definitely everybody's going to melt here immediately. Immediate melting. Going to be Yogi. Try to see if he can get next to Flex. It does disarm him, but the Hunter doesn't really need a weapon that much. The Spear does help out a little bit. The tip of the Spear does hurt. But he just mustn't use the weapon for the kill shots, really. I mean, he does also have lots of long-range damage. Yogi's better popping up for cooldowns. Try to see if he can find Flex. It does jab over to him. He's going to pop a wall right here. Going to be Flexing, catching him in a root for a second. Trying to go for a big old flanking strike. Yogi's better going for a full karma. Try to see if he can just take down Flexing. Shackle is up. Flexing used to find a way to interrupt. It does stun Yogi. And try to see if he can burst through as the bits of residual karma are left over. Going to be a big old pour for Yogi's bear. Scare Beast trying to use it on the one actually would work properly. It used to not work at all. Going to be Yogi's Bear popping one last defensive available for him with a dampen harm. Flexing has him super low. Yogi's Bear does go down as Flexing does feign death without a bit of burst. At least kind of immunity, reducing it by 99% or something. Actually crazy. And Tabber is the last one left over in Team 2. And Flexing does have a workout out for him. That's going to be immunities for days here, boys. Immunities for days. Flexing looking for a bit of a reset with that camo, though. Tabber might just have to pick up the eye. Did he do it? I think he might have did it. I think he did it. There might be a freezing trap. I think he sees that there's a freezing trap on the ground, right? Does he? He's looking for Flexing. Maybe, I don't know if he did pick up the eye. I had something to do to miss. I'm going to be Flexing, open it up with the dots as well as the nades, getting the early game advantage. Stun super far away onto Tabber. Does not have the line of sight. Actually have to get kind of close to Tabber. Is going to hit him with a flayed shot that should give him the big kill shots. Chakram thrown in. The shield advantage did not last long at all. Gonna be that steel trap. Just gonna lay a set of traps for Tabber. As Tabber does go for a sippy cup, removing the bleeds off of him. Big old leap by Flexing with a harpoon. Tabber super low on the hill, bubbles it. Full damage is coming out. Does Flexing get to survive it? Looks like Flexing does give him some kind of a buff. I'm not really sure what. Tabber had no health whatsoever. Kill shot is gonna take him out. Oh my goodness. Flexing just knew, you know what? I gotta get the hell away from this guy immediately. Man, Squish and Chicago, just the heal gods, man. Just don't want to go down. It's actually insane. Ah, crazy long duel, man. You know, I usually don't do this, but you mind if I can get a 1v1 again? Sorry, versus the Feral. I'd be down. Maybe toward after some more duels, yeah. Yeah, we can actually have a Chicago versus a Feral. Chicago one versus the Boomy. Oh, Ori. Okay. Yo, Ori. Tell Ori that Chicago wants to 1v1 him after a few more duels. If you were curious, Ori is running Celestial Spirits. Ori? You're a Night Fae now? Wait, we gotta go again, dude. We gotta go again, yo. Flexing, Chicago, let me know when you guys are ready. Sure, same group here, by the way. Gonna let people who didn't play get a chance. Yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that. Or you gotta get a chance to play, man. You know what I mean? I'm down. Flexing is a boss here. Flexing knows how to play Hunter. Does it pretty well. Actually, I've been playing Hunter a little bit, trying to get some renown caught up so I can get myself the new Necro Legendary so I can play with that one. First of all, by the way, renown catch up after level 40 is slow. Second, I've been doing BGs and arenas just to get a renown whatever I can. But it's just nuts. It's actually such a fun spec. Survival Hunter is so good. I didn't realize how good Survival Hunter is. It's insane. All right, Flexing in Chicago going back at it again, hopefully with a team. Flexing will be able to give Ori a chance to duel somebody. Get some duels in there. But Ori, my man! Chicago wants to duel you 1v1 after we are done with the duels, after we're done with the regular. He just wants to go mano and mano versus you, my man. If you're down for it, I'm down to spectate it. I know this is a little PvP, but be a monkey decent, MM plus. In Mythic Plus? Yeah, they're pretty. None of the tanks are really bad in MM Plus. Bootmaster monks are not terrible. Yeah, not terrible at all. I don't think any tanks are bad. It all depends how you play it. They're kind of squishing some magic damage nowadays, but they're pretty good either way. Survival is a lot of fun. Oh my god, it's a lot of fun. It's a blast, dude. I didn't realize I would enjoy it that much. Like, I've actually been playing two different builds of Survival. I'm playing the PvP build with the Chakrams and the Flank and Strike, and that's so fun. But also I've been playing the PvE build, the Mungus Bite build with the Nesting Mirror Legendary, and that's also really fun for PvE. I've been enjoying it a lot. Holy how. So Twitch. We got ourselves team one together with. We got ourselves Flexing as a survival hunter. I was gonna say I'm assassination hunter. Go on with Ori gonna be going on first. Open it up with a big old bash with a big old combo. Oh, he's Kaboka broke people. Oh no, his Kaboka actually just started melting into. Oh no. Ori though playing out that that Night Fae Boomy. Oh. Bubble out of Tabber. Tabber is gonna have to go for a lot of healing, massive healing for Word of Glory. Ori is just trying to snake along the way with that man. Is gonna interrupt him. Does land the silence, try to go for big star surges. Does he get the damage here? Thorns is up in case the warrior decides to come up. Big roar onto Tabber. Does Ori have enough damage? Try to see if he can charge over to Tabber. It looks like he's just gonna kind of hang with the man for the time being. Ori just charging out. Is he gonna end it here? Hodge by the Paladin. Ori looking to end the duel. Knockback onto Tabber. Does Ori have enough damage? Blind by Tabber. Playing it very, very defensively. Does he melt down to the dots? Does Ori have enough resources? Looks like he doesn't. Ori's gonna back up out of there. Maybe he can catch himself a bit of a reset. Ori, I think, might have had himself too early of an opener onto Tabber, because he went for a convoke and ended up convoking into the warrior more than the Pala. I think it needs to be like as far away from most of the team next to the person that he's trying to convoke, and then that'll probably do the trick. Bash onto Tabber. Convoke is available. Next to Tabber, nowhere to go. Tabber just gonna blast it. Does go for a rebuke at the end versus Ori. Ori should be able to get Star Starters in either way. He's getting Star Starters. That's gonna be Tabber with a big old hammer up and running. As he got that full Seraphim rolling, gonna be a Cyclone to Tabber as Ori going for a little bit of reset. Ori playing out that Night Fae 1 minute convoke, trying to see if he can make it work. It should be quite a bit of damage. And he actually did a lot of damage to the whole team of Team 2. Like, he actually did do quite a lot of damage there, didn't he? Big ol' flap up for Ori. Trying to get away from the Pala. And Ori just looking to get some damage from super far away. On Team Ori, I want to introduce the rest of the teams, dude. But I feel like Tabber or Ori, either one of them could fall over easily. The Druid versus the Red Pally. Actually looks like it's a bit of a standstill, but if they engage, I just want to be there for it. On that team, also got skills. We got also Squish on Team 1. On Team 2, we got ourselves Cogbot. We got ourselves Intensive. We got ourselves Yogi's Bear, as well as Chicago. And Tabber popping off with a big old Seraphim. The hammer's ready. The crown is on, but the Cyclone stops the king. With the Cyclone right afterwards, is going to try to CC that full Seraphim. Almost got that third Cyclone. Gonna be a big old lead by Ori with a flab, dude. Bash to Tabber. Does he have the big go? Is gonna get the hell away from Tabber. Is gonna bop himself out of that stun. Convoke the Spirits available for Ori. Trying to see if he can blast through Tabber. Big Star Destroyers available. Massive damage. Tabber actually get himself a heal. Hodge onto Ori. Does have a Barksian blind overlap with a Hodge. Tabber trying to go for the biggest damage possible. Ori trickets out of it with a War Stump to follow. That's gonna be Cyclone onto Tabber. Man, Tabber is not really just falling over to this Druid. Big convoke, big damage, but Ori is actually having to put in the effort to take a Tabber down. Tabber just got himself mad healing, man. He's just prepared and ready to go. It feels like every time he needs a heal, he always has a Seraphim and everything available, just so he can get himself a good setup. He definitely has good damage. He just needs to get himself a good setup with Ori, and how mobile this man is, how flexible and fluid this man is. He's a bear, he's a cat, he's a snake sometimes. This man is just all over the place. He's tricky, he's hard to catch, but that's what it should be. Is Ori gonna mount up? Tabber kind of just hanging out by his own pillar, waiting out for Ori to make his move. Will Ori charge in? Ori got himself quite a lot of resources. Does have Incarnation come back very, very soon. So this Incarn Convoke is probably gonna do the trick. Big old damage, big Incarn Convoke right now. Well, that's Tabber to survive it. Massive Star Starters, and Ori just needs to take that attention of it. Oh. A little bit of a match for Chicago. I think he wanted to go for that 1-in-1 duel. Chicago already dotted up, going for a nice bow versus Ori. These boys are gonna get themselves a little bit of a matchup. And later after this duel, after we're done with duels for the day, for the evening, I do want to give Ori and Chicago an opportunity to 1-in-1 each other. I do want to give these guys an opportunity to 1-in-1 each other, maybe like a best out of 3. Because Chicago does want to duel Ori. We haven't done duels like the proper 1-in-1s on stream in a while. So I want to give these two a bit of a chance for that. War Stomp by Ori with a Cyclone, trying to get her to go on to Chicago, but actually goes for a bit of a snake move with that soul shape. He's like, you know what, I'm out of there anyway. I might as well, get himself a bit of a reset. I can't really get another full Cyclone there from that short stun. I might as well. Gonna be reglows for Ori to try to maintain himself. Gonna be a lasso by Chicago. Gonna be a bar skin for Ori just to cover himself, doing the damage. And that's going to be a bash by Ori with a convoke of the Spirit. Chicago, does he have an interrupt? Doesn't get an interrupt. But also doesn't take that much damage. He doesn't quite get the kick. But also didn't take the damage he needed. I wonder if Ori's ability ended up kind of healing his allies more than anything. I wonder. Chicago is still on the prowl as Ori trying to maintain that distance as best as possible. Got a couple Star Surges ready. Chicago better be careful with this Star Surges. Chicago has a very short interrupt. Ori has a long interrupt. Chicago has a knockback, but so does Ori. Chicago has a bit of mobility. Chicago has a ton of mobility. Chicago is a Necrolord with a big old damage. Ori is that Nightfield with a crazy mobility and big burst. So these two are like pretty opposite of one another. Ori got a more sustained, more setup burst. Actually, they are similar in a sense. Their burst is a little bit RNG. Ori pressing Convoke, you never really know what you're gonna get. You get yourself a box of spells. You're never really gonna know what you're gonna get with a box of Convoke. know what I mean? It's like a box of chocolates. Chicago throwing down Primordial Bolt. Gonna be convoked with Spirits by Ori. Does he have that go? Does he have the good box of chocolates? He got himself a little bit of damage, but not the craziest burst ever. But decent damage nonetheless. I wonder if a lot of the damage went to actually Earth Fire Elemental. I'm wondering. Well, for Chicago, he does have Primordial Bolt. It could be a bunch of lava bursts. It could be just a one extra. You never really know either. Or he uses that soul shape just to get the hell out of dodge. Immediately, Chicago tried to go for a little bit of a self-heal. And Ori just regrowthed himself behind the pillar where the Fire Elemental is up and running. So far, so good for Ori and Chicago. Going to be a static link fence. Ori actually starts surging, spending the resources just to get out of that chain link fence. The electric fence is keeping him down. 6 minutes into this duel, almost 7 minutes to get into the 6:30 minute mark with 9-10% dampening right now, boys. And Ori just trying to maintain himself as best he can. Looks like Chicago just going to sit out in the open. Wants to go for a big go, trying to drop down a slow totem onto Ori. Going to be the big interrupt by Ori onto that Nature's hit. And try to see if he can actually max in Chicago a little bit. Actually, walking straight at him. Going to be like Lasso. Does he have anything for it? No bar skin or nothing. Might have popped very big defenses. Going to be big incarnation. Chicago have an interrupt for it. Big convoke the spirits for Ori. But I don't even know if Chicago... I think he had a grounding totem for that one. Oh no, I think he actually had a grounding totem for that. I think I saw the totem disappear at the last second. For Ori, that is still incarnation, could be still potential lots of damage. But playing out that Night Fae burst, I wonder how well it's going to work out for him. Trying to get a big star surges into Chicago with Wraths right after. Going to be a lightning last. It does Ori with Barkskin. He doesn't. Goes for a trinket instead. Incarnation is down for the count for the time being. Ori just trying to see if he can get himself recouped a little bit. And we'll see if he can down Chicago. Going to be that lightning. Oh, just getting booped around. That static link totem, dude. It is static link, right? The static fence totem, dude. The electric fence totem. Just booped him with a thunderstorm. Thunder. Just got thunder down into a fence and just booped around. That's hilarious, dude. I wonder if you could throw down that fence and you throw down Ring of Peace. Like, you just keep getting booped around the wall. Like, if you're a class that doesn't have any instant cast, you're basically screwed, right? Big stone in Chicago. Massive burst by Ori. Actually getting substantial damage. The grounding totem comes out late. Gonna be an interrupt. Chicago does get a flash cut up and running. Ori can't really stop it for the time being. But he can just continue the sustained pressure whenever he can. Whatever sustained pressure he got. Actually, I think sustained pressure for Ori is kind of sort of there. Getting this Wrath and getting Eclipse and making sure that there's dots on Chicago, and then there's also falling stars onto Chicago from those dots. That is a bit of sustain, but I wonder if that's going to be enough, because Ori is very much 1 minute wonder right now. Chicago has a wall available. Grounding totem is going to be up for every single one of those convos, so unless Ori has to stop for it, it's going to be pretty hard to deal with it. Ori popping a bark from that last. A quick roll on Chicago, but the dots break him out. And Ori trying to catch up on a bit of healing. Got himself regrow. Is going to be a knockback by Chicago. Into an interrupt. Ori doesn't have to worry about interrupts at all. There's going to be the static totem. Cyclone on Chicago. Trinkets out of it. Ori just trying to maintain their health. Bear form. Does he have any more healing? Bash short onto Chicago. Needs himself a lot of healing. Might just have to convoke the spirits. Yeah, convoking himself just to heal as much as possible. Actually get himself quite a lot of healing. So he's going to have to sacrifice that bird's opportunity just to heal himself. But Chicago did pop a trinket. So Chicago now does not have a trinket. Ori has in 30 seconds incarnation. Could be massive for Ori right here. Could be a really good setup. If he gets Chicago in a good CC chain with a silence on top of it, could be really good for Ori. Could be insane for Ori. It just needs to play it really, really carefully. I think what he needs to do is get a root onto Chicago or some soul in Chicago into a solar beam. And then make sure he gets a stun. Get a juke out from that interrupt. So Ori can now go for the big go. Massive Earthshock by Chicago just out of nowhere. As we're at 29% dampening. Healing is going to get heavily reduced here. Ori definitely needs to go for a mad damage opportunity. I think he just has one opportunity here, though. I don't know if he'll be able to have more than a big go, but the next big go with Incarn could be massive. Static fences here. Takes that out immediately. Going to be a trinket by Ori with a bar set. Try to get aggressive with Chicago. He's going to drop down full incarnation and everything. Chicago's just going to blast it right now. Massive. Star Surges. Does he have enough damage? Does Chicago have a go? It's going to be flash cut into silence by Ori. Stopping that burst. Big Surges continuing. It's going to be healing Surges to follow. It's going to be a board. Big blink by Ori. Just trying to continue the pressure onto Chicago. Big roar. Just trying to interrupt He's healing Surges into a short stun. Does he have a knockback? Surges into to happen, or he just charges into the cat form, going for a knockback. Chicago's still under a lot of pressure. Does Ori have enough? There's still a lot of incarnation damage available. Chicago still hasn't recovered fully. No more wall or nothing available. Stormkeeper is getting set up, trying to keep himself with healing Surges rolling, and Ori is going to try to see if he can backpedal out of there. Big sass by Chicago, looking for a reheal himself. That was absolutely a ton of damage just now. Absolutely a ton of damage. And Chicago does get himself an Earth Elemental stun around the corner. Still kind of lowish on health. No flesh cut for a little bit. So Ori just need to wait out until the next big go, and you'll be in a great spot. Trying to get a cycle on Chicago with some reheals. Chicago's not tricking out of the clone. I'm choosing not to trick it out of it. So Ori needs to be very, very careful. Bash, maybe a silence on Chicago. Going for a convoke. Gonna be Chicago with a trinket. Grounding totem. All that damage went into the grounding, which is super unfortunate. Extra unfortunate. Chicago got the static fence link available. With the shackles of malediction, Ori can dispel it. It's going to be a lot of his healing just kind of dampened, but he's going to be able to purge off that chain. Dude's going to go for a little bit of healing. Chicago, when is the next time they have a flesh cap? Because that flesh cap could be huge. Is it going to go for a self heal with a primordial? These two are now using their own covenant abilities just for self heals. Chicago got a big old Stormkeeper ready. Ori got regrows behind the pillar with the friends in regen. 41% dampening. Neither of them are giving up. Ori, does he have another big convoke ready? Going to be a lasso. Ori should have a convoke hopefully soon. I think Chicago's looking for a big knockback. Maybe with a static fence totem. I'll call it for now a static fence totem. I think a static cling totem, but I could be good on that one. But I could be wrong on that one. No mana for Chicago. Actually, he's running low on mana. This is actually getting a mana game at this point. With 44% dampening, how much these guys are healing themselves. It's a pretty big mana game. Chicago has a lot of Maelstrom ready. Wants to go for the big burst versus Ori. Ori got himself resources ready to go. Bash onto Chicago. Trying to go for a big convoke. He's going to get a bit of damage into Chicago. Barkskin is available if he needs to. Silence on Chicago. Does he have flesh cap? He's going to walk out of it with a flesh cap to follow. It's going to be reduced flesh cap at this higher dampening, so it's not the biggest amount of heal he can get. Ori in that bear form. War Stomp into a Cyclone. Chicago is not going to sit that War Stomp long at all. Quick roar by Ori. Did burn a trigger for that one. That's going to be a bit of rehealing for the both of them. Ori got 20 seconds on an incarnation. 20 seconds for Chicago on the trinket too. It's actually going to line up really well for the both of them. Ori knocked back onto Chicago, just trying to keep him at bay for a second while he's recouping his losses. Needs to get those big resources in there. Trying to get himself resources up and running now with a Star Surge. The Astral Power while maintaining himself. This is nail biting, dude. I'm on the edge of my seat. I don't know who's going to end up winning this one. Ori though and Chicago are just tussling back and forth, keeping flame shocks and moonfires on each other. Chicago with no more flesh cuff, no more wall, unless they have an Earth Elemental. I don't really know if they'll have anything for this. This is going to be a massive burst out of Ori. If he has a silence, which he has in 4 seconds, could go for a big silence with a Bastard or Chicago. I think that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to be big resources. Keep it Chicago nearby. He's going to take down the grounding totem before he went for the big burst. He actually just wanted to take down the grounding totem. Chicago no longer has any kind of defenses. And no more trinket. No wall for a little bit. And Ori just went in not with the biggest burst. That was a grounding totem early out of Chicago. If Ori can just go for the biggest go before any kind of interrupts was Chicago, he'll be in a great spot. Is he going to wait for a stun? He might have to wait for a stun or something. Or interrupt Chicago on nature and then go for the big burst. That's the only way I think he's going to be able to do this properly. Grounding totem should be back up for Chicago. Just want to make sure he has grounding totem immediately. The static fence on Ori is not going to be able to get out of it. Light lasso onto the Druid as the Shaman goes in for a lightning lasso. Big damage out of that, but Fire Elemental joined the fight. Lava burst flying. Big damage on Ori. Got himself a bit of a reheal. 14 minutes, 56% dampener. Ori should hopefully have himself some kind of a big go. Maybe he's waiting out for the bash. Maybe he's just playing this. You know what? He got every cooldown. He just did get a full bash, full burst onto Chicago. No ground totem. Ground totem down. Bash. Big convoke. Incarnate everything. Does he drop him down? Big Star Surge flying. Fleshcraft. Oh, blasted right through as the Fleshcraft came out. Oh my goodness. That is such a close duel. That was such a close duel. Big war stop on the Yogi who's going to trick it out of that immediately. Ori still has the incarnation. It's going to be full karma. He can't retaliate against the monk. But it's going to slow him down a little. My goodness, dude. That was intense. That was intense. You didn't know who was going to win that one. Elemental Shaman versus a Convoking Druid. Actually, so close. And that's going to be Ori with that Zuen Hibernate, dude. Putting Zuen to sleep. 15 minutes into this duel, 61% dampening. I don't know how much more juice Ori got in himself, but that's going to be a trinket out of Yogi. If Ori can go for a big convoke, bash into Yogi and get a lot of damage with Star Surges, no more Karma, he might be able to maybe make a play. Try to see if he can tag Yogi as he's out in the open. Any kind of dot damage he's doing 60% dampening is also pretty good, by the way. Yogi mounted up. Not a lot of healing that can be really gotten. I mean, he could just sit behind pillar and just heal if he wanted to. And Ori just trying to get himself some damage in. Gonna be an in-cap by Yogi. Does he have Lexi? If he does, Ori trinkets out of it. Bar smash onto Yogi. Trying to go for the big damage. And I think maybe the images, I think the monk images might have eaten a lot of the burst into a silence on Yogi. If he's standing under here, no healing. And that's gonna be Ori taking him down. Big old starter surge. Intensu charging intensely. Trinkets out of the cyclone. Immediately got him stormbolt onto Ori. Not gonna sit that roar long at all. Cancel that blaze. Will try to catch up to Ori. Big leap as Ori goes in for a soul shape behind the pillar. As we are hitting that 16 minutes. Oh, he took about a minute to kill the monk. Good way to fuck convoke. Big leap by Ori. Ooh, I like that leap. Leap past Intensu. Very nice. Into a storm, into a war stomp. Almost got the cyclone. Didn't quite get it. Almost got it. Didn't quite get it. But it's going to be Intensu waiting it out until he gives himself a big old burst for Ori. He's still... Actual wreck is down. Wait, he might actually have to wait out for a little bit. But I think the Fury Word still got a lot of pressure that he can put in. I think the Fury Ward still got a lot of pressure. Getting quite massive condemns into Ori though. That's pretty good. Roar by Ori. That's not going to be stopping Intenso at all. Can always Zerka Rage out of that one. Gonna hit and Rage Ori, make it the distance as far as it can. Intenso way back. Is gonna have to charge him maybe with some defenses on top of it. It's gonna make sure to mount up at least. Throwing in a weapon at Ori to keep him in combat. I think maybe to make sure the druid doesn't catch a reset. He did a couple of star surges as you're poking behind the pillar. Probably not a great idea. Leap onto Ori. Bash by the druid. Does he go for the big convoke? Trying to go for some damage in here. Silence on intensive. There's going to be no rallying crowd while silenced. Cogbot is the last one left. Try to see if he might be able to take on this juggernaut of a druid. Convoke and boomies are nutty, by the way. Actually nutty. And that's going to be... Where's Ori at? Actually, Ori, oh, he's taking out the other side, dude. Cogbot looking to be able to pick up the eyes is gonna do it. Does he find Ori? I feel like the Outlaw could win this. Big grapple hook from a mile away, catch it up to Ori. Gonna be a roar by the druid, and Cogbot might want to go for a bit of a reset. Looking for Dora Shadows. Catch it up to Ori. He's gonna pistol shot him to slow him down. Big convoke spirits coming out. Cogbot is juice cloaked. So it could be pretty good for Ori next go. That is full incarnation too. War stop with the Cogbot. Does Cogbot have a chicken? He does if he wants to use it. Chooses not to. Chooses to wait it out for now. Which might not be the worst idea. Also, I just realized the shoulders. One shoulder is one way, the other shoulder is the other. I just figured it out. Vantage by Cogbot. Looking to get himself a little bit of a reset. His shield, as his child, is so tiny at 79% dampening. Looks like Ori tried to see if he could roar the rogue out, but looks like the sap comes out either way. Cogbot landing that sap is gonna not get a cheap shot. Kind of got an auto attack opener onto Ori. And Ori got himself a bash, big old movement away from Cogbot. Star Surge is going to be blind by the rogue. He just did himself full combo points. Kinder shot onto Ori. Does he have the big go? Trying to go for a big artifact weapon. It's actually going to do damage to himself every time he uses a finisher. Does not have Cloak of Shadows, and that's going to be a Star Surge to take him down. Just came in at low health, and Ori was able to blast him. Ori with the 1v5, apparently. What? Wait a second. What? Ori as a Night Fae convoking Boomy. With a new 1 minute Lego. Actually nutty. Actually nutty. Let's get another one full duel up and running, boys, yeah? And then Chicago and Ori, if you guys want to duel each other, do you want to do the best out of 3 or just like a 1 duel? Oh, was that duel enough for you guys? Or was that duel enough to get it out of the system? Because if you guys actually just want to do a proper 1v1, we could do it. We could do it. Do 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 do. $40k crit, huh? I gotta get my Warlock the new legendary for Necrolords. Apparently that's really good. That was insane. I'm down to go again. Alright, alright. It's super play at the end there. Yeah, I played well. Honestly, Chicago, you played really well in my opinion. You played really well. 5 still, by the way. Let's go, boys. Let's go, dude. Go see someone hold it. Let's go, dude. Marogue's name is Critterus. Oh, okay. Okay. My friend's Palo's name is by OnlyFans. Showing that is fake me. That's some names right there, dude. That's some interesting names in there. He's playing better versus Melee. You should give him you should get him Chicago, really? Could be. There you guys have played super well played by him. True. Boring and running around and one shot and becomes tiresome quickly. You think so? You're participating in Duels NA. What's up, Chad? Lad, hi to my man, Cody. Nah, not today, dude. We're doing the spectating mode, dude. Hope you enjoyed the duels. Haven't seen it in a while, my guy. Hope you're doing okay. Damn, you're just in a flame gameplay and not interesting at all. Why did you sleep? Everybody got opinions, you know what I mean? Everybody's a critic. Everybody gets one. Did I save that duel? I think I did. Okay, I think I did. I think I did. Boys, if you guys enjoying the duels, if you guys are having fun with the stream, hit the like button. Appreciate you, boys. Love having you all here. By the way, Twitch. We got ourselves Team 1 together with Flexing, Gohan. We got ourselves Ori in the bag. They're saving the weapon, the ultimate weapon, as a last resort. We also got ourselves Squishing here as well. Gonna be Warrior versus Warrior. Intensu, as well as Skills. Going for that Shackle's Malediction in the opener. Intensu is using a fear to break it. And Intensu, I think, still have his Shackles of his own if he wants to, unless he doesn't run it. Not everybody runs the Malediction trinket, I've noticed. I haven't been running it. Not everybody runs it. It's pretty good, but I think some classes utilize it more than others. Or maybe technically all of them can run it, but it depends on the situation or your gear. Intensu and Skills actually have each other in a very close quarter combat, very close in health. It's going to be a big old blizzard for Intensu as he gets himself a free wreck. Skills having to use his Enrage Regeneration early. Skills actually super low in health, needs massive healing right now, needs his Bloodthirst. What is going on with his healing? He didn't get any health. Is that going to be the... I think that was the... No, that was probably a mad healing reduction stacked up by Intensu, by the way. Intensu most likely playing the Slaughterhouse or Rampages and just reducing them on a healing that your boy Skills had. He plays in Rage Regeneration, but his ult doesn't go anywhere. Disarm onto Intensu, goes for Disarm to Gohan. Is trying to see if he can break the Shackles Malediction by going for the Vente Pour. Going to be tricking out of the Rogue, and Intensu needs some healing. No Rage Regeneration for this Warrior. It's going to leap over from Gohan, trying to get himself a bit of a charge. Bloodthirst maybe. Does he have any more healing? Looks like Gohan is going to just take these poisons and just run them straight into the veins of the Warrior. A tough matchup to say the least, yeah? Definitely a tough matchup to say the least. Wait. Did Blizzard fix it? Hold on. 1, 3, 4. Blizzard fixed it! Yo, boys, this is a big one for me, but Blizzard fixed it. So, like, when you press 1 on the keyboard, it goes to Flexing. When you press 2, it goes to Gohan. When you press 3, it goes to Ori. Normally, it was like, okay, Team 1 is going to be any random button 1 through 5. Any random button through 1 through 5. Not in an order. So now if I want to go in an order, I just hit, like, from top to bottom. And numerically, number 1 to number 5, top to bottom, and it just makes sense. It's going to be so much easier switching because I used to have to remember who's who in the order, but it's been so good. Unless it's just a luck, but I think they fixed it. Going to be healing surges available for Chicago. Gohan vanishing out of that electric fans. You cannot climb over the electric fans. You can't run through the electric fans, but you can disappear and Harry Potter your way through the electric fans. Apparently. That is a little tidbit that Blizzard maybe should consider. Because I feel like if you catch a rogue in the electric fans totem and they vanish, it's like, well, they're not like it literally disappear. They're just stealthing. You know, they're still there. They're just gonna walk through it. I guess if the totem can't see them, then it lets them pass, right? The totem has no line of sight to him, so I guess it can pass. Gonna be disarm in Chicago? I don't really know what Assassin Shiro can do with a disarm, but you might as well disarm Chicago. I'm thinking it might be able to maybe reduce the amount of blocks he's gonna get from his shield potentially. Maybe that reduces some defensiveness of Chicago by a hair. Leading those lava bursts from afar. Gohan looking for the bit of the reset. As he gets himself a slice of dice up and running. Just the next time he engages with Chicago. So he's going to have a bit of damage. Chicago trying to see if he can go and knock back the boy. But looks at Gohan looking for a full reset. Get himself full complete restarts whenever. I think he says dots rolling on him, doesn't he? I think there's still a flame shock on him. Yeah, there is a flame shock. Chicago knows that if he can pick up the ice, he's definitely going to be able to catch the rogue. He knows. The nose knows. Chicago not going for that flesh guard. I think he's saving that flesh guard for later. After he gets interrupted, then he's gonna go for a full flash grab. Gohan going for a blind on Chicago. Trinket comes out by the Shaman. Like the last of Gohan Trinkets out of this one. Does he have the full go? Big Vendetta go. Kid shot on Chicago. Does he have a setup? Cloak of Shadows could be used by Gohan. Is gonna use Cloak of Shadows. Does he have enough damage here? Chicago popping on a wall, trying to see if he can heal and surges through it. If he gets hurt by the Rogue, he's still gonna be able to get some big heals, but the Earth Shock comes down at the very end to lock the Rogue down. Squish is up next, going for the full bleed build go opener versus Chicago. Not even giving him a chance to really get it set up. Big meme in Chicago with the Shackles Malediction. Chicago trying to see if he can heal through it. Is gonna have to spend a global just to decurse it. Big roar by Squish trying to go for a cycle. Gonna be Chicago interrupt that clone. Chicago is gonna be able to get those heals. Squish could have actually went for an interrupt. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to avoid the Fleshcraft, but I don't think he realized that. Actually, no, Chicago never used Fleshcraft. Never mind. I thought Chicago used Fleshcraft. So maybe it's a good idea that he hasn't Skull Bash. He just tried to avoid Chicago using Fleshcraft. And Chicago just couldn't. He needs to make sure he gets a full Fleshcraft over and just try to get kicked. And he went for a Hex at a Squish. I think at that point he was like, well, I gotta use something. Maybe he'll kick it. You never really know. Shackles Malediction by Yogi's Bear as he's taking the cat for a walk. And that's gonna be a big roar onto Squish. Yogi's Bear, if he can catch up to him, crack the Jade Lightning just to keep him in combat. He's able to just to maybe close the gap. He has Weapons of Order. Big charge to Squish. He's going to go for a full Karma in case Squish goes for any kind of bleeds himself. Weapons of Order used with the images. No more to win. But he still might be able to do some kind of damage. Bark's going to go for Squish. Just trying to walk away from the Monk. Looks like he took a bit of damage from this images. Roaring Dragon Punch does not feel good. Big regress available for Squish though, as he's maintaining himself. That's going to be a full Fist of Fury with a big parry. Squish trying to go for a bash on Yogi. Couldn't quite do it. Yogi's going to go for an Incap to follow. And Squish is continuing to heal quite a bit. It's just getting massive healing. Was that a Battle Master Circuit maybe? Is going to get himself a big Frenzy Regen. Thorns is up. Disarm on the cat, but I don't think it's going to do much. You can't disarm with these claws. Yogi tried to see if he could bow out of the maim by Squish. Try to get himself some damage rolling onto Yogi. Yogi triggers out of it with a port away from Squish. And Yogi, does he have any more defenses? Actually completely out of defenses. If he has any kind of burst, Leg Soup is up into Squish. Does he have a big go? Chi Burst trying to make some kind of a play here. It looks like he's going to back up out of there for a second. Bide by Squish. In cap, and it's going to be Yogi looking for a bit of a reset. Should be able to get a couple of Vivifies to maintain himself. Cancel his own Vivifies actually. Is he trying to get interrupted maybe? Maybe he's trying to get interrupted for one reason or other. I think Squish got himself combo points. In cap. Oh, Panda. Panda paralysis. Squish actually trinkets out of it. With some kind of in the open spot with Cogbot going to be up next. Squish kind of out in the open. No more trinket. So if Cogbot can catch him while out of form in a kidney shot, he'll be in actually a fantastic spot. Although Cogbot, I think, does need to use his artifact weapon or Dreadblade's ability before he goes for a kidney shot, and then he can go for flagellation full go, the full ordeal. Squish hanging out by the eye in case Cogbot is going to be on top of it. Cogbot is looking out for the Feral, looking at the eye, but not exactly scouting and camping the eye. It looks like Squish is going to go in there. Bear form should go to Moonfire. Cogbot out. It's just going to go for that Thrash. Cogbot just trying to get some damage in there. Barkskin is up for Squish. Thorns is up. Going to be a Cloak of Shadows for Cogbot. Trying to make the biggest go here. Big pistol shots. Getting actually lots of damage. Cheap shot to Squish. Does he have to go? Oh, the Cogbot takes him out. Big damage out of this Mechanome Outlaw Rogue, dude. People are memeing on that Mechanome Outlaw, but this is Squish, dude. You guys saw how tanky he is in duels. You saw how amazing a tanker that guy is. And this Outlaw Rogue, man, who is this dude? Who is this Cogbot? Gonna be flexing, set up the triple trifecta of the traps. And Cogbot trying not to eat any of these traps. Gonna be tricking with the killing spirit out to follow out flexing. Actually doing a decent amount of damage. And Cogbot going for a massive grapple hook. Big damage into flexing. Massive pistol shots. And that's going to be Shackles and Malediction, but the Hunter does have a Turtle Shell early. Trying to go for Mending Bandages. Cogbot does he have evasion. Looks like he is using evasion right now. As long as he doesn't get hit by a Freezing Trap, he might be okay. And that's exactly what happened. Flexing with a camo. Hunter's mark on Cogbot. Cogbot, I think, needs to go for a blind immediately. Blind from super far away. He needs a sippy cup. He needs some kind of healing. Does he have the calm points? Getting a shot, but I think the pet has him. Flexing, actually trinket out of it and can golf through that boy. Just hit him like a golf ball. He just hit him like party, like a big old swing. He just went for a drive. Oh my goodness. Yo, Cogbot playing it out that Outlaw pretty well though, dude. Actually, somebody giving it a go. It's gonna be Tabber popping a full burst versus Flexing. Flexing without a Turtle Shell, trying to go for a flanking strike. with a Shackles Malediction onto Tabber. Does have a Shield Avenge, is gonna pop back and flexing, doesn't feign death for a second, but I think it's over for flexing, and then Tabber is gonna just hammer, judging him down. Walk it next to the the stone effigy of flexing for a second. Gonna be Convoke the Spirits up next. Tabber, oh, just bursted down with Ori, not giving him much of a chance. Super unfortunate, but hey man, everybody gets to play that duel. I like a duel when everybody gets a chance to play, dude. When everybody gets a chance, I like it. I like it a lot. Even Barskin Cog bursting me through it. Yeah, Outlaw Rogue like the big burst, because he uses the Dreadblade's ability, so that makes it so that for 10 seconds you have pistol shots and Cinder Strikes give you full combo points. So every time he press Cinder Strike, he can go into finisher, pistol shot free proc into a finisher, Cinder Strike finisher, while he got flagellation rolling. So, and also he's got them between the eyes to make you more likely to be crit, and pistol shots that can hit for more than a finisher. So you basically, it's going to be like Cinder Strike finisher, Cinder Strike between the eyes, which is finisher damage, pistol shot, which is more than finisher damage, then dispatch finisher damage, and you get 2, what is it, flagellations on top of it. It's just a lot of bursts on top of one another. It is crazy. Outlaw Rogues actually have really good bursts. It's like you really have to be careful with the trinkets now. It's kind of like how people trinket and then bash you with a Convoke afterwards, or this rogue will stun you with a Vendetta rolling. It's very, very similar now. It's actually kind of crazy. I don't think a lot of people are expecting it. This is a lot of surprise when you play Outlaw, because nobody expects it. Do we go again, boys? I'm down for last one here. Alrighty, flexing Chicago. Let me know if you're ready, my dude. That's crazy, man. Hey guys, hope you have a nice evening. I've been watching the streams videos for a while now. Really enjoying it, even if it's like a PvP. Yo, Fixin', my man, you gotta start somewhere, right? Like, I didn't start good in PvP. Hell, I'm still not good at PvP, dude. I would say I'm halfway decent. Halfway decent. But not even there yet. I've been halfway decent forever, though. Let's be honest. Talk about never moving up. But, you know, you gotta start somewhere, right? You gotta start somewhere. You know? But I'm glad you joined the videos, man. Glad you joined the duels, man. You're more than welcome to participate if you want to, by the way. Quick question, is it possible what's better for beginner Feral to climb ladder, Necro, or Convoke? Both. Either. Which one is easier? Probably Convoke. Like, if you're trying to just climb the ladder, you get some early rating. I think if you get into enough teams that are not prepared for a Convoke, I mean, it kind of plays the game for you. Necrolord, I feel like, is better at the higher end when people can stop Convokes and they will look for Convokes and they'll actively try to stop Convokes in any way they can. But a Necrolord is just like, once you got the dots, you've got the swarm, that's it. They're taken out, they're bleeding, right? Which one were you, Jesse? The Hunter? He was the Feral Druid, I think. Roll Balance Druid, you'll be OP. You think so? Yeah, boomers are pretty good at the start of the expansion, and it's still pretty good now. Now they got the 1 minute Convoke, that thing should be pretty good. I think should be pretty nuts. Alrighty, boys. I think it might be the last duel of NA for the day. Switch. We got ourselves Team Cogbot over on Team 1 as an Outlaw Rogue. We got ourselves Intensu as a Fury Warrior. I like the scar, by the way. It looks good. We got ourselves Tabber, just waving to the boys. Waving for mostly his Owl Boy, but waving to you guys too. We got ourselves Chicago as well as Yogi's Bear on Team 1. We got ourselves Flexing the Godly Hunter. We got Gohan playing out the assassination, going to be first up. Flying through the air is Ori. Behind him is Skulls, as well as Squish, all hanging out. If you guys want to chill by the actually, Squish, can you be out of bear form unless you're dueling? Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate you, my dude. Be out of bear form unless you're dueling, my man. Thank you so much. Can somebody let him know, please? Like Flexing. Gonna be Karma by onto Gohan by Yogi's Bear. Just trying to see if he can lock the rogue down. That's gonna be vanished out of the rogue pretty quickly. Yogi does not have the eyes to pick up, so that's actually was kind of a lot of cooldowns used by Yogi. Actually, not a lot. He used Trinket, and he used images. One set. The still got the win and everything. Gohan though, still holding on to a Trinket. Gonna be a port for Yogi. Oh, Yogi's playing the port when he's stunned. He could port. Interesting. On a talent, I didn't realize they give it to Windwalkers too. But Gohan trying to get himself a big old opener, Vendetta rolling up, trying to get big old Envenoms. Yogi's Bear with that leg sweep, gonna be tricking out Gohan with evasion. Yogi trying to see if he can just peel Gohan off of him. I don't think he's gonna be able to. No more karma available. Yogi's Bear could be in a really bad spot. The bleeds are still ticking in. Gonna be that Kyrian sipping up to remove the bleeds, get himself a little bit of healing. Gohan trying to wait this out. Maybe you're looking for a Shadow Step onto Yogi's Bear. Maybe you're looking to maybe juke him out. I think he might be trying to. Maybe no. Blind into Yogi. Does not have a trinket, so Gohan should be able to maybe. I think just holding on to common points. I think that's what Gohan might be doing, is just holding on to common points. Maybe has a full kidney shot ready to go versus Yogi. Gonna Gonna be a big old port by the monk. Ported quite a distance, actually. Holy cow. I didn't even realize you could go that far. Eyes picked up by Yogi. Gonna be a quick sap by Gohan. Going for a flesh grab before he really gets into combat. And it's actually going to be immune to CC doing that opener. Get a shout out to Yogi, trying to make the big damage happen. The spike is in, got himself full dots rolling into it. This time to Yogi, no Fist of Fury for Yogi. It's going to go for a cheap burst onto Gohan, who actually set the full panda racial. Clock of shadows for Gohan, breaking that chain. No more karma for Yogi. Could be really bad. Fist of Fury does lock down Gohan into leg sweep right after. No chicken available for the rogue. Does Gohan have any going with burst? Does the weapons of war that could be pretty big. Yogi does get it turning around on with a kidney shot. Does Gohan have any venom? It looks like he does have enough damage to take him out. A little bit rough for that monk, man. A little bit of rough duel. But maybe one of the things you could do in the future is delaying the karma by a hair. Delaying the karma until you really need it. Because I know in most cases like PvP is so bursty, you're expecting for the person to just go nuking you immediately. But I think delaying that karma and using that karma to leverage, because rogues will be like, okay, waiting for karma. Where's the karma? You can use that to leverage for yourself. Gonna be Chicago knocking back after giving Gohan a bit of a beating. Looking for them eyes. Gohan looking to just stay as far out as he can. Just re-stealthing. I think he got a flame shock on him. But he keeps re-stealthing to make sure there's a full shield on him. It looks like he does. He is set up. Chicago getting hit with a sap as the rogue was right in their face. It looks like Gohan looking for a bit of a reset. Is he going to maybe go for a sippy cup? Get him some sippy cup. Maybe with a bit of a flesh craft. You know, just hanging out. He's just trying to make sure I think Chicago is super far away, and that's it goes in for the eye. Oh, not quite there. Not quite ready for that fleshcraft. He wants to do it. He wants to do it. Chicago, is he far enough out? I think he's just trying to get himself a good angle, maybe not to get clapped. Or maybe he's not waiting for fleshcraft. Maybe he's just waiting for cooldowns. I'm not even sure, actually. He's waiting for something. He's not ready to go in. He's like really scouting after Chicago. He's watching him, but he's not really at him. Shadow step. Does he go? Sap into a flash grab. Does Chicago trinket this? What if Chicago trinket just interrupted? That would be hilarious. I think Chicago would have actually been able to survive the rogue burst opener. Maybe. Gonna be the boat spikes flying. Chicago given Gohan a little bit of the free calm points into a static link totem. Does Gohan run out? Get this shot, but Chicago's run out of reach, having to cloak it. And Chicago trying to go for a bit of a knockback. So Gohan no longer has a big defensive to deal with Chicago. Wall is up for the shaman as a vendetta is rolling on him. Disarm onto Chicago does not have the shield to try to maybe potentially block an attack from Gohan, but does have a full flash grab. Gonna be Maladek trinket, and Chicago trying to see if he can heal through this. Blinder Chicago. Gohan is gonna have the fire elemental chasing after him with the dot as well. If that fire elemental can get behind the pillar and get aggressive, no, the fire elemental actually kind of sicking out with Chicago. So it looks like Gohan, the dot is still burning on him. A dot's still burning. Fire elemental attack! Oh no, he got a restart before the fire elemental was ready to go quicker. Only that they could do damage faster. Gohan catches him, gets caught out of stealth though somehow. I guess maybe a flame shock or the dot from the fire that still was rolling. Shadow step into Chicago, but a light lasses stops him in his tracks. Does have a vanish. He's gonna use a vanish. Get himself a bit of a reset. Sipping cup rolling, and Chicago's actually walking exactly where Gohan is at. Could go for a sap if necessary. Could go for that sap needed. Staticling, and Gohan could just pass through that totem as long as he's in stealth. Did Chicago pick up eyes for that one? It looked like he knew exactly who it was. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he just kind of guessed. That is super unfortunate. Imagine if the rogue couldn't pass through that, dude. That would be just getting booped in there. He keeps taking you out of stealth, or if anything, just keeps you in stealth booping. And I think we had a DC. Hopefully Tabber gets back in soonish. 5 minutes into this duel, Gohan looking for more resets. Gohan's playing this one extra carefully, by the way. Normally Gohan is out there landing those kidney shots, going for the bleeds and going for resets, and then kind of going back into stealth to get it back into a kidney shot. But this man's been really taking it easy. I think he knows that Chicago is a bit of a competition, wants to make sure he has a full flash cuts available. He got 3 flash cuts, 4 flash cuts out so far. Into this duel, big knockback by Chicago. Gohan goes flying, has a shadow step, I believe. Kid is shot as he gets next to Chicago. No vendetta to go for now. Chicago doesn't sit that stun long at all. The vendetta is available in case he wants to use it. Chicago just trying to see if he can survive this damage. Gonna be maybe wall for Chicago. Trying to use static link to keep Gohan out in the open. Gonna be a clock of shadows by the rogue as a hex trying to come out. Chicago gets disrupted into a flashcraft of their own. I don't even know if Gohan really needed to interrupt Chicago. I think he would just continue the damage and continue blasting DPS, because eventually Chicago will, I mean, he won't be able to do much about the self heals into a lasso onto Gohan as he tried to blind Chicago. Tricken's being burned for the both of Kid shot onto Chicago, and Gohan looking for that clean reset, not even looking to put his dots onto Chicago, just looking to get out of dodge. The shield doesn't last long though. Does he have dots? He still has a dot, so Chicago knows more or less where he's at. You can only just find him. Hanging out near the area, big lava burst. Gohan just trying to see if he can exchange a spike. Gonna slow down, fire element to join the fight. Feign death, that's all he's got. All he has is a feigned evasion. Vanish does come out in the last second though. Still got dots rolling. But Chicago's careful. Might be able to find Gohan. Shield not gonna last long. Does the dots still on him? Chicago just hit him with some kind of totem of any sort. Maybe they can slow him down. They'll be in a great spot. Gohan still getting put out. Ooh, Static Cling does catch a re-stealth. Oh, knocked back out of there though. Static Cling still up for Chicago, throwing down one of those punches got over to Gohan. A lava burst is all he needs, I think. Just try to walk up, maybe big lava burst. There it is. I think Gohan is done for the count, and Chicago does take him out. Gohan tried to play that super safe. I feel like the Rogue, I think, against Chicago, man, it's like he went in, he got Chicago to Fleshcraft, reset completely. But by the time he resets and he has full cooldowns, Fleshcraft is going to back up for Chicago. So I feel like he's got to kind of utilize the CC to kind of just chain CC while doing damage to Chicago. Maybe they'll go from full kidney shot setup into a blind, reset sap, corrode in the opener, then land the kidney shot, then go through a full burst. And as he kind of like churns all that burst and CC out through Chicago after churning all of it out, then I think that might have helped him a little bit better. At least that's probably what I would have done, because I feel like consistent damage is his gameplay, is his strength. Skills taking lots of damage, is going to go for a big enraged regen. Try to see if he can heal through the damage of Chicago. Fear as Chicago try to see if he can bow out of there. Short stun, Hex coming out, does get interrupted at the very last second. Chicago trying to see if he can fraud shock skills out of there. Blaze start to follow as Wreck is up. Going to be a reflect available for skills, but with a static link totem, he just couldn't really chase up Chicago. I know he was in a blaze storm for a little bit. I think he could have just continued blaze storming through the static cling. But looks at skills, trying to see if he could bow out of there. Does get himself a little bit of first stage. Chicago does interrupted. He does get some damage on. Skills had himself a small shield from the port. Shackle's malediction. Chicago can just dispel it anytime he wants to. Does go for that dispel. Gonna be a leap skills. I don't know if skills will try to leap away or at him, but that's gonna be a lasso to take him down. Very unfortunate. Is it going to be one of the pharaohs, one of the druids up next, or maybe the hunter? It's got to be one of them. Looks like it's going to be Squish trying to go for a little bit of an honorable duel with Chicago. We should have even shook his hand with his little shoulder hand thing as a Necrolord you get. You know what I mean? Very unfortunate. Looks like we actually had a DC on team 2 with a Paladin, which is unfortunate, but it happens. Rogue's always good. Still high skill cap. Man, Rogues are fun as hell. Actually, Rogue's a lot of fun right now. If you guys haven't played a Rogue, definitely should give them a try. They're a lot of fun. Stun onto Squish for a second. Stormkeeper's up for Chicago. Trying to see if he can turn the damage attention towards the Pharaoh. We are starting off this duel between these two at 28% dampening, almost the 10-minute mark. Light also going to be immediate chicken for Squish. Does he go for the interrupt? He's just going for auto attacks. Bash onto Chicago. Does he skull bash it? He doesn't want him. He doesn't want him. He doesn't want him. Hey, we got AJ Graham becoming a member for 19 months in a row. Can we get a hashtag AJ boys? AJ, my man. How you doing, my dude? Hope you're doing all right, my man. You're doing all right. Actually, I haven't seen AJ today. Maybe he's playing some New World. Quick maim on Chicago. Does Squish have enough damage? Does he have enough to finish it? Flashcard is up. Skull Bash available. Chicago needs a heal. Gonna be light lasso. It looks at Squish. Does end up squishing the life out of Chicago at the very end there. He needed a rematch at some point. Actually, did he? I think Squish won the first match with the Chicago, didn't he? I think he did win the first one. The first rematch they had. First match they had in duels. But he's going to be able to cap it out here. And N-Tensu trying to see if he can find the Pharaoh. He's getting the auto attack Strongbolt onto Squish. He's going to get the big wreck up and running. Does he have the big damage in there? Blade start to follow. Squish has no health whatsoever. Ooh, Intensu with that intense damage. Ori up next. Where's the Intensu? Knocking it back for a second. Quick charge to intercept Ori. Bash is going to be tricked immediately for Intenso. Does he reflect? It's going to go for, oh, big damage. Trying to get a fear, but the Star Surge was already left Ori's hands. As Cogbot going in for the big opener burst. I think he's just going in for the big setup. Just going in the big kidney shot. Maybe pistol shot. Interrupting him in Cyclone. Does he just take Ori down in a single go here? Going to be a quick roar. Trickets out of it. And Ori was looking to get the hell out of dodge. Worst up Cyclone onto Cogbot. Really quick clone. Really quick clone. It's playing that frenzied, the frenzy honor talent, where his frenzy owl stacks can stack up to 2 times, and they'll reduce the cooldown reduce the cast of Cyclone as well as our integral roots. I think Cogbot catching himself a restealth. So hold on to a Cloak of Shadows, so this little robot isn't out of the game just yet. I do like the sprint animation that they have. It's going to be Ori hitting him with a Thrash while in cat form. Cogbot actually someone catching him re-stealth. I don't know how you caught a re-stealth with a Thrash. Already charging in to root Cogbot down. At least wants to put some dots on the boy. And Cogbot is going to need to go for some kind of a big play. Ori trying to get himself some resources. Get a shot onto Ori. Cogbot fully bursted down. There's going to be no Cloak of Shadows for Cogbot. Actually, no Cloak is the last second is available. And Ori goes to the cat form just to take him out. Oh my goodness. Cat form just to take out the rogue. Just a quick shred in there, dude. Let's go, dude. Oh my god, boys. Yo. No CDs, live, no honor duel. Yeah, it's okay. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it happens with these duels, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's an honor duel, sometimes it's not an honor duel, but that's part of the 5v5 1. You can choose whether you want to give the other person an honor duel or not. I am a huge fan of the honor duel, man. I'm a huge fan of the honorable duel. But sometimes if the matchup is not in your favor and you just gotta take it, you take it. You know what I mean? That's part of the fun of the dynamic of the 5v5 1 duels. Is you can do honorable duel, you can really give the other person really, an opportunity to take a breather, to really get himself prepped and ready to go. But if it's a matchup that's not in your favor, you might as well take the advantage. You might as well take the chance. You know what I mean? And that decision making is really part to the player. Like you could just be completely savage and just as soon as the guy in front of you is dead, you just go in, you just steamroll over the other person as the popular full CDs. You could totally do that. You don't have to, but you totally can. Love it, makes it interesting. I do like it too, man. I like it a lot because it makes everybody prepared. You can't just spend all your cooldowns into that one person you're dueling because the next guy could just come out and just lop your head off. You know what I mean? GG's, boys. GG, boom, man. Let's go, dude. Which talent in the entire game is the hardest to play? Which talent? Talent that in the entire game that's really difficult to play. Like a talent, like a class talent or like spec? Like a spec. Depends what you mean. Spec? That's a good question. That's difficult to play. What's a difficult spec to play? Overall, the game. What you can say is the difficult spec. I think that's what he means, unless you talk about literally a talent. Which much love Chicago didn't honor last second time. Chevy, yeah, let's go, dude. Yo, do we still want to do a duel between Chicago and Ori? Do we still want to set that up? Because we need to get somebody to queue Chicago as well as Ori in there. Do we still want to do it, or are you chill Chicago? Because you and Ori did have a pretty big 1v1 for a bit, yeah? I don't know if you still wanted to have like a full 1v1 just from the get-go. How to sign up for the duel? You just join in, man. It's just a team thing, dude. It's a team thing. Just spectator, watcher, the viewers get to participate in or help organize these duels. You just join one of the groups. So the easiest way to do it is to just head over to Play vs. Play Premium Group Custom People when to get this group up and running, and look to see if there's a group available by going into the search. And then number 5, because of the duels, all the groups will be called something like 5v5 1v1 duels. If you don't see one, you can always start yourself. Tell the viewers in the chat that you got a group up and running on Alliance or Horde, and call it something like 5v5 1v1 Duels Dalaran. But I have it listed right here. Call it something along those lines. As long as you have the number 5 in there, 5v5, most people will know what's up. So, if we are going to be doing a duel real quick between Chicago and Ori, we need somebody with Ori and somebody with Chicago. Make a 2v2. The second person of those two teams will leave, and the duel between Chicago and Ori will start at a dampening, so we won't have to wait forever before the dampening is out. It'll start in the dampening at 20%. So if you guys wanna, what spec? Affliction Warlock? Affliction Warlock might be one of them. Doom Warlock, I think so. Is that the chat? What is the hardest spec in the game to play for PvP? Go. Help the boy answer. What in your opinion was the hardest one to PvP with? Go. We need to get Chicago and Ori with +1 and then queue them against each other. If Bald or Flexing wants to help out with that, that'll be fantastic. Or if I have Ori added on Reality, he just needs to get a +1. I'll just be like, to the other person that queues with them, I just got Ori. As a 2-man, right? So Chicago needs to have 2 people, and Bald needs to have 2 people in their group. Because we'll queue at 2v2. Because then dampening will start up, and we'll actually have you guys do a duel. I guess we'll just do one duel, right? One time? Or a best out of 3. I'm thinking let's just do it one time. It's because I got things I gotta work on, and I'm also really, really hungry. So we can just do one and done real quickly. You guys are prepped, ready to go. You know who you're fighting against. Me and Ori. Okay, Chicago, let me know when you have you and a +1. When it's 2 of you, and I can kill you guys versus Bald. It'll be a random arena. It'll be a random arena match. Because I know some maps do favor one spec or another. This will be completely random. One time is good. Okay, cool. Let me know when you're good. I think Affliction is now. It takes a bunch of ramp up to get viable. It's true. I agree with that one. I'll set up next patch when I'm ready. Alright, Fixin', sounds good, my man. I need to find a second. Yeah. If you guys have a friend or somebody, be like, yo, can you pop in? I just wonder when you want a guy. Casters are usually slightly harder because you need to maintain range and be able to get cast off. True. That's a good point. That's a fair point. Demon is hard to be good with. You think so? Yeah, I could see that. You know, those pets that you gotta manage. It's a bit of a ramp up. Affliction Warlock, a Shadow Priest easiest is Fire Mage, BM Hunter. Okay. Affliction Warlock, Shadow Priest, I could see that. This guy's take a bit of damage to set up. Demon's also hard. I've been playing a little bit of Demon, by the way. It's really fun. I think the Obelisk really makes a spec, but yeah, it's really fun. I've been messing with it casually though, but I've been messing with it a bit, and I've been having a lot of fun in BGs. Shadow Priest or Alpha Warlock, yeah, both of them can be pretty tough. Definitely can be pretty rough. See, in my opinion, I think Demon's pretty good. Lots of control through Sons of Fears. True, they do have a lot of control through Sons of Fears, but I can see an argument as to why it might be so difficult. Because something has potential doesn't mean it's really easy, you know what I mean? If you want to play Legion, hey, what up, my dude? Legion, dude, that's a good old day. Good old time, back in the day. Back in the day, dude. Artifact weapons and all that. Yo, one thing I don't miss out of Legion is Paladins having a free CC breaker in PvP. That was nuts. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Because like you stun a Paladin or blind him, like a Red Pally, and they'll just kind of AFK for a bit. They'll set a CC for like 2 seconds. It'll automatically break them. Would you say Fire Mage PvP gameplay similar to the PvE gameplay? I'd say so. I'd say it's pretty similar. Of course, it's a little different. Like as a Fire Mage in PvP, you're always looking for CC. So you're either like going for the big burst, or you're just kind of changing CC here and there. But in PvE, you're like fireballing as a filler. But it is really just all about that big combustion burst. It is all about maximizing that burst. So in PvE, it's all about taking the burst abilities and trying to maximize them as much as possible. Just trying to do the most amount of damage during the short moments that you get them. For PvP, the burst is basically almost always, you basically have a lot to do during downtime. And you're not really looking to maximize using these cooldowns and press them as often. You're more trying to use them as much as you can, as many of them can during a small window, and then you're just kind of holding off. So like in PvE, we got Bald in here, we're flexing. Bald and Chicago 2. Gotcha, boy. Let's go. The Grand Arena, as much of a flat land as it can be. I don't know if this arena really benefits one or the other. Skills, Smurfing. I guess if Smurfing and Skills just kind of chill and they don't buff Chicago or they don't buff Ori, then I guess they could stay and watch it from the starting area. As long as they don't like do any kind of cheesy duel stuff, then I'm okay with them chilling. Unless Chicago, if you feel like you gotta tell Smurfing to bow out just so it's a fair 1v1, we could. Skills, I just don't know what skills can really do for Ori to give him like a buff. Like he can give him commanding shout, but I don't know if it's gonna help a Boomy. Even their cat from don't scale off of commanding shout. You know what I mean? Actually, for Ori, it would be bad if Smurfing is there because Convoke. So actually, Smurfing might have to leave because for Ori, he might actually be able to script his Convoke if Smurfing is anywhere nearby. Yeah, so Chicago might actually have to ask the Pally to leave. And I guess Skills should also bow out if that's going to be like that, right? Just to make sure it's a pure 1v1. Because we don't want Ori's Convoke to just go into the twisting nether, you know what I mean? But it's going to be a duel between the two, man. Just a non-serious duel between Chicago as well as Ori. Is Smurfing gonna leave? He might actually have to, in case Ori is anywhere near him, and if like a Star Surge goes into Smurfing, it's gonna be really unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Unless if Ori is fine with it, he's fine with it. It just would be very sad if it hits Smurfing. Like any of Ori's bursts hits Smurfing. You know what I mean? But Ori is getting some dots in Chicago. It's gonna be a 1v1, boys. We are starting off with a dampening, rolling up immediately. And it starts off with a 4% off the bat, not 20% like it used to. But dampening starts rolling up immediately as soon as we can. So these deals shouldn't be too long. This is gonna be Chicago setting up some lava bursts at Ori. Trying to stay in cap from, trying to stay nimble. Ori be nimble, Ori be quick. Trying to maintain himself a little. Let me say that duel real quick. I don't know if I saved it or not. 27. Yo, 27 duels, boys, let's go. Lots of duels over in NA, dude. We gotta do more next week. Definitely gotta do more next week. More video love, probably, dude. Probably. This duel, you mean? Nah, this is not recorded. This is just for funsies. Gonna be Ori trying to see if he can light a cyclone on Chicago. Gonna be a bit of birds for Chicago. Convoking Spirits coming in for Ori as the Shackle Malediction is hitting him. Flesh Cap trying to see. Oh! Oh my god, Ori! Ori! Oh my god, Ori! Ori, what just happened? What just happened? What is going on? Ori! Do we do a rematch? Do we do a rematch? Best out of 3. That was quick. Do we do a best out of 3? I think we might have to do a best out of 3. I think we have to do a best out of 3. I feel like that's a best out of 3 scenario. If Ori and Chicago are finding the best out of 3, let's do it again. GG. My goodness, Boomy. And Chicago even had a Flesh Cap rolling. There was a Shackles Malediction. Ori was like, you know what? I don't care what he's gonna do. I thought Flesh Cap would hold. Hold! Hold! Man, okay, we gotta do it again. I think we gotta go again. I think we have to make it best out of 3. Bold, could you ask Ori to steal big verse? Yeah. Yo, Bold, could you ask Ori if he's down for a best out of 3? Chicago, I think we have to make it a best out of 3. You can't end it on that, dude. You can't end it like this. If that happens twice in a row, then I think gloves are off. You know, good duel, GG. We'll shake your hands, wash him after because, you know, still social distance or whatever. But he's down. Awesome. Yo, Chicago, if you were down, dude, we'll go again. Yo, I think that one deserves an extra. Just, we really gotta settle the score here. Oh no. Go look at something else. Yeah, they got a minute-long convoke, so they got a new legendary where convoke becomes a minute CD, and it will last 75% of the channel duration, so it'll be 35% shorter. So instead of like 2 seconds, it'll be a second and a half channel. And it'll be likely to use your big class abilities. So for Boomy, more Star Surge is doing it, right? So he basically used the one single convoke into a Star Surges after. And this map also is randomized, so we have no idea what maps we're getting. Map completely randomized. So if there's any advantage for any spec or the other, it's completely random, right? That's the only fair way to do it is a random map. Yeah, some classes will have a slight advantage here and there, but that first one, I can't imagine having an advantage. Mistake noted. Okay, I really thought Flash Cap would hold. Yeah. Like with the duel 1v1, you're like trying to make sure you don't overcommit too many cooldowns, and there you're like, you know what? I think I got this Flesh Cap. That should do the trick. I feel like if you had the Earth Elemental with Flesh Cap, that gives you extra stamina, which would be a massive, or a wall with Flesh Cap. Any one of those. But yeah, we can't leave it there, dude. I come from an FPS game, so the Lone Wolf leveling up, looking for a Rage main Heaven War mode, as long as what I'm looking for. I'm glad, dude. Yeah, I should totally try it. Mage Hub and Discord Warrior interests me. Those are all good classes, you boom. I think you'll have a lot of fun with them. I think you'll have a ton of fun with them. Alrighty, boys. We got ourselves Ori. Best out of 3. With Chicago up next. How is this gonna go down? And they're going for a bit of an honor duel in the opener, dude. A little bit of a bow to one another. I like it. But we'll see who ends up winning. Is it going to be Ori again with a massive incarnation, big convoke? I like how they're also going to like their sides of the arena, their sides of the pillar. Is Smurfer good to hang out with skills? That's fine. That's fine with that. As long as Ori doesn't accidentally like... Actually, I feel like for Ori, where they're fighting right now would be really bad versus Smurfin, but maybe it'll be okay. Maybe Ori can maybe reposition to the other side of the pillar. I'm just hoping Ori's birds doesn't get screwed over because Smurfin still counts for Ori as a target. Right, if you press the convoke, it still could just randomly blast the paladin. Looks like Chicago's trying to see if he could kind of draw Ori out a little bit, sending some decent lava bursts in there with a primordial, but nothing that Ori can't really heal through. Ori trying to see if he can position himself to a different platform, just having a bit of a high ground. Interrupted Chicago immediately with a convoke. The spirits, no interrupt available. They're trying to see if he can burst through it. Floor, it's going to be Chicago with a wall and a Flesh Cap. Learning from last duel, wall and Flesh Cap just to give himself as much of a defense as possible. But he did have the line of sight too. Did have a really good line of sight for Ori's convoke to not really have the biggest impact ever. Good interrupt by Ori though to get that set up. He tried to surprise Chicago like he did last time. Fire Elemental getting used for Chicago. Ori is going to have to deal with the Fire Element as well as the Shaman. Stormkeeper is up. That's going to be quite a bit of burst for Chicago. He is getting that short interrupt, 12-second CD on that interrupt to stop Ori's Cyclone. Ori getting hit with a pretty big Earth Shock, but does have the Battle Master Trinket as well as Bear from to keep himself running. He should be a-okay for now. Plenty of health to work with. Chicago landing that last one to Ori. We're going to be a bar skin for Ori. No trinket available. But he's going to go for a War Stomp. Trying to go for a Cyclone onto Chicago. Going to be the knockback. Chicago can interrupt. that Cyclone. Try to see if he can knock back Chicago. I don't think he just went anywhere. I don't know if it was maybe because of a root from the bear wild charge. Maybe it's like DR'd and roots are knockbacks or something. Either way. Ori trying to maybe get himself a re-stealth. He does have still dots rolling from the fire elemental. That's going to be Chicago landing those frost sharks in. Ori is looking for that convoke. He's looking to get some dots to Chicago. Like the last does clip him though, as Chicago just kind of hangs around on the other side of the pillar. Not sitting inside of that disjointing roar for long though. As Ori goes for a bit of a regrowth, reheal, catch up. And Frost Shark by Chicago, just keeping Ori just out in the open slow, just kind of wants to make sure there's line of sight of the guy. As Ori just turning into a PvE bot, just having to go for Starfire. He's got himself some Star Shorties, looking for that Shackles Malediction. Chicago is definitely going to be able to easily shrink it out, dispel it. Barsk for Ori is kind of low. Does Chicago have burst? He doesn't really have burst. He did set up a Primordial, big Stormkeeper ready. Ori is going to go for the Frenzied region to give himself a lot of self-healing. Chicago with the Spirit Walker's Grace to give him some healing surges while trying to catch up to the Druid. And Ori got himself that big mobility with the Soul Shape. Could always just port it around. Plenty of mobility, plenty of movement with a blink. They're just trying to make sure there's not even an opportunity for Chicago to get even a little bit of line of sight. Bash while in cat form into a Cyclone Chicago. If Ori can get an interrupt, he could maybe go for a big convoke. 45 seconds left, 40 seconds left on that Incarn. Is he just gonna wait for a full Incarn? Is Ori, actually my question is now, is Ori playing that Celestial Spirits legendary at this point? Or did he change out his legendary completely? Because maybe he's not even playing that 1 minute convoke. Because he hasn't used it. So I'm wondering if he's not even playing the 1 minute convoke. I wonder, because maybe the full 2 minute convoke might be better for the duels, just to go for the big all-in. Light Lasso by Chicago, going to be immediately trinket for Ori. Chicago still has a trinket, still has a wall. I think Ori just needs to get that interrupt to him at some point. Just lock him down somehow. Maybe bash into a solar beam into a full burst. I think it's the only way to, maybe that'll be the surprise mechanic for him. And Chicago, not trying to really heal himself up to full. Kind of low on mana, actually getting interrupted into Ori. Stormkeeper almost available, but actually decides, you know what, I should better be topped off. Better be topped off if there's going to be a burst out of Ori, because Ori got that incarnation and everything. Try to see if he can maybe leap over to Chicago. Gonna be that Barkskin for the lasso. And Chicago's being super careful here. Super careful. He's just, it looks like Chicago isn't really looking to get the big burst onto Ori. He's really just looking to kind of stop Ori's damage. He is charging in. Earth Elemental is available. The defensive elemental, not the offensive one, as you can see. He's really just trying to poke the bear, prod the bear, but he's not really trying to like set up for a kill, I don't think. At least not yet. Earth Elemental short stun into Ori. He's gonna have to take a bit of that damage from Chicago as the roar comes out. Ori getting hit with a light lasso. Gonna be short lasso, but still quite a bit of damage. Almost instant cast Cyclone for Ori. Actually fast cast. Gonna be a Stormkeeper for Chicago. Ori catches up with Friends of Regen, trying to tank up this damage. We are at 30% dampening in 5 minutes, boys. So the dampening at 2v2 starts out really early. And if the game's not going on for that long, at least dampening starts out really high, which I really like as well. I like that a lot. Ori trying to see if he can soul shape out of this. Chicago trying to chase as best as he can. Healing surges is up. Ori got himself regrowth. I don't know if the Earth Elemental still has a stun available. Wall is up as the Earth Elemental is about to fall apart. Chicago does use wall really early, so Ori might be able to actually have a go this time around. Trying to get trouble with Chicago, like the lasso. Barskin's all he has. Trying to go for Cyclone. Chicago does get it. Does Chicago trick out of it? Just letting Ori kind of catch up on healing. Does he do it? Looks like he didn't do it just yet. Ori trying to see if he can just leap over to Chicago. Is this where the aggression comes out? Is this where the big boomy combo comes out? Flash cut is up. Interrupted by Ori. That's going to be Ori trying to go for Star Surges. Not even convoking just yet. Wall is up for Chicago. Shackles of Malediction going to be a stone war stone by Ori. Trying to go for Shackles Malediction of his own. Chicago dispels it immediately. Going to be Ori maybe with a convoke. I think he's trying to make sure there's no interrupts available. Chicago got himself a big Stormkeeper. Ori is super low. So is Chicago. Wait, I think it's actually got him triggered for Ori. Got himself as much as he can. Chicago and Ori both low. Does Ori take him out right here? Can Ori do it? Does he have the burst? Oh! And he blasted Chicago at the end there. Oh my god! What was that? That was amazing! Bro! Oh my god! Ori! It came down to the wire, dude! Oh, boys, what was that, dude? Oh my god, that was a close one. GG for the both of them. Chicago and Ori, man, played it out to the very end. Ori didn't even press convoke at the end. Unless Chicago interrupted it, I don't think Ori pressed convoke. Very well done, Boomies. Take notes. True. Boomies are pretty rough. Not gonna lie, they are pretty tough. They're tough cookie to crack. Ori in particular, dude. Ori played that Necrolord Boomy pretty well too. Really well. But that's Convoking. He didn't even convoke you, I don't think. I think it was literally starting Convoke you, but I don't think he used it again afterwards. Maybe he's trying to see if he can bait Convoke, and he was like, wait, I got resources. Star Surge at the end. Man, that's crazy. Well, GG boys, good duel for both of y'all. That's a best out of 3, and Ori got 2 of them, man. We thought the first one was just a big burst, maybe a fluke. Just surprised Chicago. But here we played it out. It was going into the dampening, and it's a best out of 3, man. Gotta give Ori the credit. Chicago also played really well, dude. Played very well. He had a really good damage turnaround at the end there. Very well defensive play. It really came down to the wire. And it's like every single action you do, every single global you press at the very end, that's really gonna make the difference. And it's like making sure to play perfectly at that high stress situation is impossible. And you just gotta take the hits when you can, you know what I mean? Must bow to the Boomy God. Yeah, if you want to have the Paladin res you, so you can give the man a good old try, good old bow. Ori instant cancel Convoke for the Mastery, he said. Oh, really? So Ori got Convoke instant cancel just to get the Master from Naya? My man, dude, that is cheese. Oh my god, that is even cheesier. So the Boomy used Convokes to get the Mastery buff, which actually also gives you the health buff too, which makes you healthier and tanky in PvP. But that's crazy. Man, that was crazy, dude. Insane. Now, Mage with the Necrolord 3 shield legendary and Necrolord should be killable. You think so? Could be possible. If y'all tried out any of y'all Alliance, I'm Horde mostly. There's some boys that play Alliance here, yeah. I think Horde right now is a bit more of a... actually, is Horde more popular as a race right now, as a faction right now, boys, than WoW? What do you think? Or is there, it just depends on your server? Because I think on certain servers, if you play on Alliance, like Dalaran, if you play on US Dalaran as Alliance, there's a lot of Alliance everywhere. Not as many Horde. It's heavily into Alliance. Me EU, same EU. One of the videos in room in action. I want the videos to see in my room in action, yeah? Class trial is something you could tickle and create a character. Try classic. Yeah, if you guys want to make a class trial, this is how you do it. Let me show you actually. If you were interested in making a class trial, just to try it, just to get a basic idea what the class is like. So there's a tick right here. Just make sure it's enabled. And you'll say you want to play, maybe you want to try a rogue, right? You'll do an undead. You'll do rogue. You'll make a class try it. It'll start you at like level 48, I think, to give you some abilities. I think it'll let you use certain dungeons, but it'll let you quest and actually try abilities. And you can go ahead and train dummy to give the class a try, to check out all the abilities. You can look up a guide to see how a class is played, so you can like try to play like how it's meant to be played and stuff like that. But yeah, class trial is fantastic. Definitely utilize it. But class trial basically means you're just trialing the character, and then the game will let you boost that character if you choose to buy the boost. But what you'll basically want to do is you'll trial the character to see what's it like, to see how the gameplay is. And then if you're like, okay, that's what I want to play, and then you'll go back and level one of those classes at a later time. But yeah. Finish 5v5s? Yeah, I think we're done, dude. We had a lot of good 5v5s. You went a 1v1 in here, dude. Crazy good 1v1 here, too. Absolutely fantastic. Actually enjoyable. Thank you, boys, so much for coming by to the stream, dudes. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for joining me today, boys. Super fun hanging out with all of y'all. What's your favorite mage spec? Arcane, dude. I don't know what it is about Arcane, but I love me some Arcane, man. I love me some Arcane. It's absolutely my favorite spec to play. Absolutely my favorite spec. I don't know what it is about it. Frost is pretty good too, don't get me wrong. Fire, also pretty fun. I remember really geeking out with Fire back at BFA after I felt like I figured it out. Once they added the new conduit for fire mages where you can get fire blasts back to back and you go for pyros into, or maybe big master buff with a meteor. Like, it was really cool. It felt like you actually figured out the spec and actually had some burst. And prior to that, it was kind of difficult for me to play, honestly. But it's really good overall, man. All mages are good in general. GG's for the games, dudes. I'm just gonna go do some survival hunter stuff. Try to get some renown cap. Maybe do some other alt stuff, working the video for tomorrow. But thank you boys so much for coming by, joining and enjoying the stream. Hope you guys had fun. We do these duels every single week. Friday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. East Coast, which is 11 p.m. or 5 p.m. starting at 5 p.m. East Coast or 11 p.m. CEST EU. Friday is EU duels. Saturday, 5 p.m. starting, also 11 p.m. CEST if you want to watch an EU. 5 p.m. Saturday, NA. So NA joins Saturdays, EU join Fridays, and we'll have some fun with the duels, boys. Thank you so much, guys. Hit a like, hit subscribe if you haven't. If you're new, I would really appreciate it. Hit up in Discord, dude. I hang out in Discord all the time. I always answer messages. We got some handful of beautiful boys hanging out in there, just talking WoW, just hanging out. If you want some dudes to hang out with, play some WoW, whatever with, hit it up as well. Thank you, boys. Appreciate all of you. You guys are beautiful. Always have fun with these duels. Again, Fridays, EU duels, Saturday, NA duels. Hope I'll see you guys there. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for coming, Bald. Appreciate you. Thanks for coming, Flexing. Thanks for coming to Chicago, and every other boy that joined him. Ori, big thanks for popping in. Appreciate you, my guy. You guys have a good one, and I'll see you boys all in the next stream. Alrighty. Yo, let me put Age over here, my man. All right, boys. Take it easy. Peace.
You don't wanna know. I got goals. You don't wanna grow. Trying to forget I'm in your head, shatter up your spine. Try not to choke, a funny joke when you say you're mine. Lost your control, think you're alone. I'm still in your mind. You don't wanna know.